Well, honey, well, honey, you have to excuse the background, honey. We are in the guest room slash the new spiritual healing room. Come on, Jay. Jay, you be the first one to be in here all the time. Come on, Jay. So I'm eating right now because the bitch have not ate all day. And it's not really a mukbang or whatever. I'm just saying it because I'm eating and ain't nothing stopped me from motherfucking eating. And you see, he trying to, he trying to get a little some of this. He ain't get none of this. So what I got from Denny's is a double cheeseburger, honey, extra pickles on cheddar bun. Let me show you. Maybe I'll show you a little bit of what that looked like that. And what I like to do is I like to cut it up in little pieces. Same thing when I eat my burritos and stuff. People think I eat weird. When I eat my burritos, I don't like grabbing the burrito and eating it, like that. I like cutting it. Listen, leave me alone. Leave me alone, honey. You need to get out. You got your shit up in that living room. Honey, you better leave me alone tonight. You better leave me alone. You better leave me. So excuse the background. We have furniture in the background. I have to rotate it over here because there's a lot of furniture right here. And I'm like, girl, I don't want y'all saying that to you like that, girl. So yeah, so we are actually going to be doing, this is blue cheese, barbecue sauce, and Cholula, honey. And what I do is I like to pour the Cholula. Oh, I also got red potatoes right here. Red potatoes with onions. I told them to add onions. So I like to drizzle the Cholula over the burger because I like to get the burger soggy with the Cholula. And then I like to put the Cholula around the little tea like that too. And soggy, bitch. I love my shit soggy. And then I take the blue cheese and I crack it open, honey. I guess crock is past tense for crack. Oh, girl, their barbecue sauce is so good, y'all. And I'm eating with their utensils, honey. I'm not dirtying out my dishes, honey, for a Denny meal, honey. Look how luscious and scrunches that is. See that right there? And I just take that right there, put that in the barbecue sauce like that. Oh my God. To dip it in the blue cheese like that. Honey. Cholula covered bread. Do the same thing, honey. Got a little pickle up in there, honey. Mm. 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 Hold on. Oh, girl. Mm. Mm. I've been up since 10 a.m. and it's 11:24 p.m. and I'm barely eating today. I think I had a protein bar and I also had this sparkling water, peach mango. You're probably gonna say, bitch, what do you have to drink with this? I don't drink soda. I drink ginger ale, honey. This is Hanson ginger ale. I think whatever the ingredients is in this. But listen, honey, this computer want to start clicking out of shit. Come on, Esquivel. Come on, Esquivel. Who you doing? So, y'all, this is so good. Mm. Mm. I'll be at home a lot more now, so I'll be cooking my own food, honey. I'm making it to where I'm only doing work for people certain days of the week, like readings and stuff too. You just won't be able to book a reading for like Monday or Tuesday. Like I'm gonna make it to where certain days I do readings on. But listen, I got the AC on and my lip above my lip is sweating. Y'all see that? Girl, I need to hurry up and do my other wig too, huh? So listen, public service announcement. Okay. Mm-mm. If you have my number, do not text my phone or do not use that number as a way of asking questions like, how would I know if I'm meant to marry the person I'm talking to now? How do I know if this relationship is going to be longer than just a year, 2 years? Um, what do I do to get my baby fathers back? You know, people ask questions like that. And when it's people that's never hit me up asking those type of questions, I don't get really annoyed because I know they've never had any type of services done with me. But when people have hit me up for work before, we've done work before, or they watch my videos for such a long time, and they do shit like that, that really irritates me because there's no other reason why you're doing that. I don't even think I'm offering this to him. There's no other reason why you're doing that outside of trying to annoy the hell out of me. Because think about it, it's kind of like when people call your phone. Like every phone has a voicemail. Mine is packed. Like you cannot leave a voicemail on two of my phones. Like it's packed, and it is what it is. It's packed. But the voicemail is for you to call someone's phone and to leave a voicemail. Hey, I tried to reach you. Maybe I missed you. Call me back or I'll try to call you back. Or hey, send a text. Hey, I just called you, no answer. Call me when you get a chance. That's fine. Some people, you guys will literally blow up my phone. Like they will call it, hang up, call it, hang it up, call it, hang it up, call it, hang it up, call it. I kid you not. To where I'll even turn off my phone, restart it, and it will still be calling. And it's like, do you not get the picture? Like, the only reason why you're blowing me up is because you want me to cuss you the fuck out. And the minute I cuss you the fuck out, then I'm the problematic person. I'm the one with the issues, all this stuff. And it's like, a lot of you don't even need phones because you don't understand the etiquettes of phones. Same with emails. You don't understand how that roll. You know, you need to really go and do your research on messages, emails, faxes. Like there's free online courses for that. There's websites you can look up so you understand why things are put in place. Step back, I'm putting you out of the room. Step back, I'm putting you out the room. I'm counting down to five. I'm counting down to five from 10. 10, 9, 8. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, so Anubis girl, he trying to be right here about me. He wants some of this food. So another thing, if you book a reading, maybe I need to put this in huge capitalized letters. The only reading that I have that's an hour long, 45 minutes to an hour, is the goddess reading. My other readings are within an hour or less than that. Okay. Don't think that you're going to send over. And also, too, there's, I don't know. I need to figure out someone how to do this because, bitch, like I said, I'm to the point where I'm just really, like, y'all don't understand. Like, I'm a very patient person. It takes a lot to, like, really irritate me or piss me off. But I just feel like people don't understand respect because that's what it comes down to. It comes down to fucking respect. And if you do not respect me, I don't give a fuck about your money. I don't give a fuck about your time. I don't give a fuck about anything you got going on. And that's just what it is. It's just how it is. And I will block your ass. A lot of them have been blocked. A lot of people have been motherfucking blocked, but I don't do that. So if and excuse me for being so blunt, honey, but what I don't like is when people will pay for a 2-question reading And these 2 questions mysteriously turn into 20 questions. And it's obvious that the way our mind works, if we have a how would I say this? If we're trying to explore something and someone give us a twinkle of an idea, our brain is going to multiply that. Well, we can say intelligent people. I don't know about people that are not so intelligent, but intelligent people excuse me, our mind is going to multiply and think of options of what that with that answer, with that solution. So there's no such thing as just one answer, one solution. When it comes to readings, you have to have your questions written down. That's why I say write your damn questions down. So that way you're not just thinking of a question you're going to ask, get that answer, and then that question turn into another question, another question, another question, another question, another question. And also, this another reason why I like the book My Readings Out, because it gives you time to think of your question, but also ask your question expecting a certain answer the way you ask it. Let me give you a good example. People will get 2 question readings. I want to know what's going on with my baby father and his situation. Some people go in depth with that, but I'll be like, honey, stop with that. But they'll be like, what's going on with my baby father and his situation? Okay, so this is 1 question. You got 2 questions. So I pull the card and I say, well, there's someone involved, whatever the answer may be, there's another woman involved, what sign is she? Okay, that's already another, that's 2 questions right there. She's a Libra. Okay, I wonder when he possibly met her, because I've been dealing with him for 7 years now. So I wonder when he possibly met her. And the cards doesn't tell you that, when he met her. So sometimes I will flat out say the season, fall. That's it. But sometimes I would say, honey, you already asked 2 questions and that's it. Bitch, it's like I dream a genie, honey. You get a genie, bitch, you got 3 motherfucking wishes. Ain't no wish on top of a wish within a wish. Bitch, you ask 1 question, we keep it moving. That's why I say write down your questions. There's not no, well, who is he talking to? And why? Another example, someone did a reading with me and they wanted to know possibly of why this person that they're talking to is acting strange. Okay, alcohol and drugs. Well, alcohol and drugs, I mean, that's kind of odd because I've been knowing this man for 17 years. I don't know if he's on drugs or not. So I stepped back and I said, okay, so do you have the answer to the question that you asked? Because we can end this reading now. Or are you trying to get an answer to ask something that you cannot see right now? Okay. Okay. So the next question is, do you see him getting healed from this? Definitely. I know people that went cold turkey with all types of drugs, people that were crackheads and still recovering. And of course, you don't completely get rid of that. Once you fall under those demons, and I want you to understand this is outside of PSA, when you fall under demons, like the demons of alcohol, the demons of drugs, the demons of any type of addiction, sex, just crazy shit. When people are addicted to sex, I want to point this out. It's unprotected sex with random people, and every day there's a new person getting dick or vagina from or ass from, and that's a sex addiction. It's not the same as someone who enjoys sexuality or enjoy their body and enjoy the other, someone else's body and love indulging in that with a particular person. Okay, there's a whole difference with that. Let me eat this. But of course, he's going to be healing. If you want a time frame, we can give a time frame. Here we go. Well, I wonder what triggered this. Well, I mean, usually people become addicted to drugs because sometimes it's hereditary. Sometimes the mom or the father had this enzyme or chemical in their body while they were either conceiving and or carrying this child, and the child came out kind of craving it. So it was already there. It wasn't like, 5 years old, you want to go do drugs and you want to drink, but it was in there. There was a gene that caused people to want to be addicted to alcohol and drugs and all that good stuff. Okay. So going into that, then something happened in this person's life that triggered them to make them want to become an alcoholic or a drug addict, and all the other good stuff. And when I talk about this, people think that I'm judging them and people think that I'm coming for them. And I'm really not, because what you do with your life really does not affect me. If you want to go slam down some pine saw, it does not affect me, my body, or anything that I got going on. So I don't, I don't see how I'm being judgmental when I speak about this. But definitely going into, like I said, something triggered you to want to drink, and it's not just to relax, or it's not because I can't sleep. Something triggered you to want to smoke, and it's not because I was bored. It's not because you were stressed out. Because, bitch, I get bored. I get stressed out. Honey, I want to sometimes slap a motherfucker up, girl, I be there too. But, I don't put nothing in this body outside of something that nature gave. And on top of that, that has not been manipulated that damn much. But anyway, so they have these questions. I give these answers, and they will ask more and more questions. And I'm like, look, another thing. When those readings are up, they're up. Some people will get on this phone, y'all, and they will use this reading opportunity to talk about everything under the sun except for the damn reading. And I can just imagine how their life is outside of this stuff. Like, I can just imagine they go into a doctor's appointment to go get a physical to see if their health is good, and they're out here joking with the doctor about shit that's really not that important. Oh my God, my cousin, she went to the doctor. The doctor said she was having too much sex, and you over here getting screened for cancer. Like, just crazy shit. So I can just imagine. But people literally use that time for a reading to start talking about like other people. Like, yeah, I just came back from my sister's house. Her and her man are having marital problems. And I was sitting thinking to myself, like, you're here for a reading for yourself. And when you call my phone, I'm ready to get in. Why would you bring that into your session, into your personal space? Why would that be the first thing that you mention? Wouldn't you want to get the reading out the way and then talk about stuff like that, possibly, if that's what it is? But anyway, so like I said, these readings will go longer than what they should. And the other night, no tea, no shade to this individual, we did a reading. It was 3 questions. I answered these questions. We were on this phone for 3 hours, y'all. And I didn't even know that because I was so busy. After we done the actual reading, I was so busy preparing and doing other stuff. 3 hours we're in the call. I finally make it home, and I lay out and I pass out. The phone hung up on her, died on her. I don't know. More than likely, it died on her. I plugged the phone in, turned the phone back on. You guys know I had 8 missed calls from this person. And when I text the person the next day, they said, oh, I just had one more question, and that's why I was calling you back. These are red potatoes and onions, y'all. I love onions. Mosquitoes and stuff don't bite me. Love onions. But I said, honey, I'm sorry. You got 3 questions. The reading was only supposed to be for 30 minutes. We were on the phone for 3 hours. Readings are very, very draining. And that's why when I got home, bitch, I slammed out. I slammed the fuck out, honey, y'all. I kid you not. I woke up, and I would sleep at 11:38 p.m. that day. I woke up at 1:40 to wash my face and brush my teeth. Like, girl, I was so, like, my legs was hanging out the foot of my bed, and I was just, like, back on the bed. I don't sleep like that, bitch. But I was so drained. And people don't understand that. And that's why when sometimes people be like, I'm an empath, I be thinking sometimes like, you're not an empath, bitch. In fact, you're the opposite of that, bitch, because you like to suck motherfuckers' energy because it feels good. And I'm not cutting in. This is obviously why I offer services to people. But when you deal with certain people, it feels good to connect with people and to not feel like you're weird and not feel like you're being judged. That's definitely understandable. But do understand that it is a service that I'm offering and I'm here for that. We're not on the phone. That's not a time to talk about everybody on the sun and your mama and even gossip about certain people. Like some people have called my phone, talk about other YouTube people. And I'm just like, damn, bitch. Like I'm living my life. I'm loving my life. Peace of mind. I sleep good. I wake up good, bitch. Every day I'm thankful for my days. And then for someone to get on my phone to pay me for a piece of my time and to bring up shit that's really not that important to me or them, it's kind of like, what do you expect me to say? Like, bitch, we don't do that no more either. Like, we don't talk about that. We don't do that, honey. If you have an issue with another YouTuber and you're getting a reading done on a situation that they're possibly doing with you, that's a whole nother story. But if you're asking me about a reading and that had to do with the reading, and you just want to say, yeah, girl, those YouTubers, oh, it was so horrible when they were talking about you. I felt kind of bad. And it's just like, bitch, you don't got to feel bad, bitch, because ain't none of these bitches going to walk up to me and say a motherfucking thing to my face. That's the beautiful thing about the internet is the internet gives you the chance to be bigger and badder and take on a persona that you're really not. And that's why I say, fortunately, there's some great things on the internet, but unfortunately, there's some fucked up shit because give people a chance to act like they're doing shit they're not. I've been catfished many of times by people who were acting like they were ballers and together on POF. There's a guy back in 2013. He acted like he had a house and a car and all this other stuff. You know, when I got to that house had no lights. He was squatting. And he was a dumb squatter at that, because even if you are squatting at a location, you're still able to go down to the PG&E place and get electricity. So I'm like, the fuck? But he had pictures of these cars and shit, y'all. And I'm just like, that is sad that people really use the internet as a way to present something that they're not. And it's crazy. Hold on. Not knowing when you're acting like you're something that you're not, you actually push yourself further away from your actual reality. What you're meant to be, you actually push yourself further away from that. Even going to hang around with certain people and trying to be like them and not understand that you are unique. And yes, we have a lot of similarities within each other. There's certain enzymes and chemical biomechanics that we all share, even with like the trees and the birds and the water and stuff. But still, you're still unique in your way. Your vibrations vibrate at a different rate than mine. So you have to be in that, understand that, love that, and know that what is meant for you is for you. When you start taking on other people's characteristics and start acting like other people, and oh, they're doing this, I got to do that too. Oh, they're doing, oh, that's so fun, I got to get into that. Then the real who you are starts to fall away, fade away, and then you start having problems. And you're like, well, going into this whole business concept and this whole business concept, shit. This fucking water just poured it all over me, bitch. Y'all, bitch, I'm wet right now because this motherfucking thing fell down. But anyway, I'm wet, bitch, and it feels good. I love water. But anyway, so another thing that just came up was this whole business thing. Oh, business fell in the first 5 years. I think a lot of stuff go into that. And I think one of them is people try to do things that they're really not passionate about. A lot of people start a business because it's a way to make money. And a career is not a job is something you do just to make money. A career is something that you do because you're passionate about, and you will definitely do it for free. I think people are successful at what they do because they really love what they do and they can do it for free. And that's what separates that. So, like I said, being unique, doing something that you love to do, not because it's money involved or you could make money. Like, bitch, what do you really love to do? Everybody cannot be doctors and lawyers and teachers. And unfortunately, everyone cannot be that. Some people are meant to be the patient. Some people are meant to be the janitor. Some people are meant to, be the maintenance man. I mean, no tea nor shade, bitch. It is what it is. Everybody's not meant to be the king and queen of that castle. The king and queen is in the castle, but they still have people that, maids, men, and servants, bitch, that gotta make that possible. And some people are meant to be that, and that's okay. I'm not meant to be that, but that's a whole nother story. Come on, S Widow, how you doing? Yes, honey. Listen, real ginger ale is good. This is real. I think this is like ginger ale lime juice. Ginger ale lime juice. Hold on, let's turn it this way. Carbonated filtered water, cane sugar, citric acid, natural flavors, caramel coloring, and then here it says lime juice, Madagascar. Oh, bitch, this words, they're so damn, bitch, these words are so tiny. Anybody know about Hanson shit? This shit is so fucking tiny. But it has a lot of good stuff in it. Lime juice, I think it was like vanilla extract, all of the good stuff. Thank you, Iris. How you doing? Mm-hmm. Yes, honey. Mm-hmm. Come on, Eswidow. Listen, Eswidow. I'll be so busy. I be, when I was gone for those 2 weeks, I was doing so much spiritual stuff that I'm not going to talk about. But one of the days I woke up, I saw things so different. Like, I saw things so differently. And I said, honey, I want to see everything in my local land. I want to go to the water. I want to go to the mountains. I want to go to the dry places. I want to go to the places that are always being stricken by fires. I want to go to just everything possible. I want to go. And every place I went, I was met by two species, birds and cats. Now, I tell y'all this, I'm not a fan of cats. Me personally having a cat, that probably never happened. Now, me seeing other people's cats, and, seeing a cat in the street, hey, baby, oh, you want, I could do that. But something like that being in my home, it probably wouldn't happen. I'm not a fan of cats in the litter box. I'm not a fan of their paws digging through the litter and squatting down and pissing and shit, and then they throw it the other way. And yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of their hair. I'm not a fan of them being on your table, your dining, your counter, your refrigerator. I'm not a fan of that at all. Okay. I'm not a fan of the thing being on my pillows, and that'll be a whole nother story too. Because see, Anubis be trying to get on my pillows too sometimes, and I gotta spank that ass. I gotta spank that ass sometimes, honey, because you don't get on my pillows. But so, like I said, that's what kind of extended everything, and I got to see a lot of places, and yes, Instagram, I posted that stuff, my personal Instagram, my spiritual Instagram. I posted some of the stuff. Some of the stuff was so spiritually fulfilling that it didn't cross my mind to pull out my phone and say, oh my God, I got to get this on footage. Because in my mind, when you do all that good stuff, you're not living in that moment. You're doing things to show the world. And I love that when people think that I don't do shit. Like I had this old friend, every time we got into a fight, he would say, bitch, that's why you don't go nowhere. You sit at your house all day and shit. And I'm just like, well, bitch, first of all, at least I got a house to sit at and it's mine. Second of all, bitch, why you mad? Because you can't be in the house by yourself all day. But third of all, bitch, there's a lot of places I go to, bitch, and you can check my timeline on my Facebook, honey, and or people that actually know me, you can check with them, that I don't discuss, I don't talk about, I don't share, because bitch, it's personal to me. On top of that, God forbid if I go there and I do something crazy and somebody say, oh yeah, you were looking for Mystic? Oh, wait, what she look like? Oh, yeah. She stayed at my hotel that I worked at, and honey, there was a lot going on that day. Like, bitch, please. Girl, bye. So some things I like to be low key about, even with like my best friends and stuff. Like they used to get so mad because I'll be on that road, bitch. Like literally, I would go to like the Bay Area and back home from like 6 p.m. to like 7 a.m. I would be like in the Bay, like Livermore, Pleasanton, Antioch, Pittsburgh, and come back home. And they'll be like, "Where?" I was calling you to answer. And I was like, "Honey, I wasn't even at home." Not even trying to say that loud. And they're like, "Where did you go? You need to be telling where you go so I can check if there's an emergency." Girl, bye. You want to be nosy, honey. Honey, nobody keep track of me, honey. When I get a man, he could definitely check. But bitch, you're not my man, bitch. You don't need to throw my shit. Do I need to tell you the last time I played with myself too? Hi, girl. I'm just calling to tell you that I'm feeling a little horny now and I want to play with myself. Just in case you want to know. So just in case I call and say I'm in the ER, maybe I had some type of heart palpitation or something. But anyway, like I said, I've just been so busy, honey. That's why they say be careful what you ask for because you just might get it, honey. Because I asked for it and I said, honey. Now I'm like, ooh, girl, can we slow down just a little bit? Mm, 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 mm. That was lettuce, pickles, onions, and tomatoes wrapped up in a little roll. Mm-hmm. Purple onions. Purple onions are so good for you. Anything purple. I'm going to do a video on that. Purple and red stuff is good for your heart and your blood. Red onions purify your blood, cleanse out your body of toxins. Tomatoes are healthier when they're cooked because it has lycopene in it. And lycopene is actually one of the little, I used to call minerals or vitamins naturally that prevents, come closer, prostate cancer and breast cancer. So you motherfuckers out there that don't like to eat tomatoes, not ketchup, tomatoes. For you men, you might want to think twice about that, and you women too, because your body's gonna thank you later. Ow! Come on, Jesus! Ow! Yeah. So one will always be drawn back to what they formerly did. Ask that, Jay. I need to start looking at y'all while I'm talking, huh? So I don't go back and say, "What? What was that?" Girls, honey. Well, listen, that's widow. Listen, that's widow. That is so sweet of you. That is so sweet of you. That is so sweet of you. To have the sympathy and the empathy for these people who. Okay, never mind. You said mindset. Okay, that's the key word. Mindset. King and queen is a mindset. And I hope, I wish people knew that. It's not about being anything else. It's not about being wealthy. It's not about being the prettiest. It's not about being, you're a king or queen because you're black. It's really ultimately about a mindset. And as the Queen of England said, honey, white is a mindset, honey. It's a mind thing, honey. You being white is a mentality. You being Caucasian. Can we? Oh, come on now. I don't think you're ready for that. You being Caucasian is definitely a culture or a heritage, but you being white, honey, you being white is a mentality, just like you being black is a mentality. But you being African, you being a Negro, whatever you want to call yourself, Aboriginal, Indigenous, that's a culture, honey. So that's why we would say black proud, bitch, da, and then you wonder why they let y'all do that. Then you have to really sit back and think, like, why did they let us come out with something called Black Lives Matters? Why did they let us come out and say black power and all this other shit? But white people say white power, bitch, they're automatically racist and you want to go shoot them down and shit. But why didn't that happen with the black folks? Because, of course, they wanted you to keep saying black, 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 because, of course, black has a negative connotation to it. And Girl, it is what it is, girl. Words have power. And the minute that you realize that, the better off your life will be, honey. You will start using words wisely, honey. I am a Aboriginal, honey. Okay, my people come from the valley, honey. My people were out in those fields, honey, using their hands to cloud and pluck corn and stuff. For real, for real, for real. My ancestors out here working in these fields, honey. Ow, come on now. Working in these fields and these cannery shops to make sure that we had a roof over our head and food in our motherfucking mouth. They weren't out here writing bad checks and boosting and shit too. I don't know what's wrong with people nowadays. Motherfuckers go inside of Dillard's and Macy's and they go to Amazon and Google and also the places, buy all this shit, say the shit didn't come, and then they sell the shit for a cheaper price. And then it's like, well, and then you talk about ancestor veneration. What kind of bullshit is that? What kind of bullshit? Bitch, listen, I can assure you two things for sure and motherfucking certain, because I don't know how that thing go. Bitch, girl, honey, bitch, you made a way out of no way. Honey, your ancestors made a way out of no way. They worked with what they had to come up with meals and stuff. And that's what I tell people. You can take flour and water, bitch, and make several meals with that and be full. Honey, you could take flour, water, and that's it, and have several different meal options, bitch, you'll be full. And flour, bitch, was cheap back then. It's still cheap, but it was really cheap back then. And water, too. So it's like, at the end of the day, bitch, you know, your ancestors made things happen. And nowadays, you lazy as fuck. You're trifling as fuck. You want to talk about ancestor veneration. Then you wonder why your shit is where you're at now. You wonder why you struggling now. And people are treating you a certain way now, bitch, because your ass is a fucking, ooh, girl. And something that kind of came to me today, too, while I was driving through my area. Because, you know, I burned my dragon's blood and patchouli today driving around the city and shit, you know, because somebody was rude today to me. You know, I get into this place of business and, you know, this woman, you know, was walking towards me and I said, excuse me. And at the same time, she said, excuse you. And I said, excuse me? No, it's actually excuse me. And she's like, yes, excuse you. No. Okay, girl. Have a good day. God bless you, honey. I hope your man is dicking you down good, girl. Gotta go. Bye. I sure did say that, bitch. I sure the fuck did. I hope your man's dicking you down good. I gotta go. Bye-bye. Love you, girl. Bye. Get in my car, bitch. I lit my patchouli and my dragon's blood. And I was thinking as I was driving that there's people that came to this place when this place was nothing but field. And they sweat, they bled, you know, just a whole bunch of stuff, bitch. They were in pain, just working these fields, bitch, and to build the city or this town into what it is. And people have come into this town and people have been even born in this town. Their ancestors were here, you know, 100 years ago. And to come here and disrespect the land and spit and throw shit out and piss anywhere you want to and disrespect the culture and say, oh, fuck the Hispanics, they can go back to their, fuck the Mexicans, fuck the Asians, fuck the blacks, you know, just say stupid shit like that. And then these spirits come up like, oh, really? You have a problem with the Asian people, but yeah, you living in Little Manila, which was built by Asian people. Or you got a problem with Asian people, but you're going to a movie theater that was put in place by Hispanic people. And then these spirits start coming out and they start attacking your ass. And then these attacks are done. First of all, when spiritual attacks happen, you feel it in your health. So you start having dizzy spells, nauseous, oh, I got a fever. Go to the doctor. We don't know what that is. Bam, first attack. Then it starts getting physical to where motherfuckers start appearing and taking your ass out or things start happening to you. So, like I said, that's just something that was like crossed my mind today, thinking about why there's so much shit going on in my area. And I just said, this is just crazy. And it reminds me of like, even like Hawaii and down south and stuff too. People keep missing this whole picture of why these hurricanes are hitting Louisiana and Texas and stuff. You have motherfuckers that are going down there to New Orleans that are acting like they're into voodoo and shit, and they're getting fucked up. And like I said, even going into the earthquake in Haiti, so I was talking about this with a friend of mine, before that earthquake happened and around that time, you had a lot of Americans and non-Haitian people going to Haiti to either kidnap the kids, learn the culture, all this other stuff. And those spirits are not happy with that. So those spirits shook that fucking place up. And even going to these hurricanes and these tropical storms that are taking place in New Orleans and in certain parts of Louisiana and Texas and stuff, like I said, people are going down there and they're stealing the culture and they're doing whatever the fuck they want to do because it's cool. Oh God, I gotta go to New Orleans because they talk about voodoo and stuff and Marie Laveau and Delphine Marie, I can't remember that, and it's just like, girl, like, go there and visit and take your ass back home. Very similar to Vegas too. I'm telling you now, Vegas is gonna start being plagued with flash floods, and there's going to be a whole bunch of issues going on in Vegas and LA too, because you have people that are just migrating there with the wrong intentions, not to build the place up like, oh, I want to go to Vegas and build it up. It's so beautiful there. I want to just start a business. I want to help build it. Like, you're not doing that. You're going to Vegas to hoe, suck it, fuck it, do what you want, kill people, do shit. So now, like I said, those spirits that should not be there is going to be there. And now the spirits who dominate that, because you talk about powers and principalities, they're going to claim back that motherfucking land. And like I said, that's going on over here. That's what's going on over there in Chicago too. But of course, people think it's cute and stuff to say, oh, it's so sad because they just trying to get rid of the black people. Everybody plague it down to race motherfucking bullshit. And it's like Chicago don't even have a high population of black people like that compared to other parts of America. But of course, going into, like I said, spiritually speaking, there are powers that were set in place by nature. And people are going over there and they're doing shit they should not be doing and lying and say, oh, this is what I do, this is what I am. And these spirits are not happy. So as long as that happens down in New Orleans and you people keep migrating down there and assuming that that's where the real TT is, girl, there's shit that's going to be continue to happen down there. And one time it's going to be a hurricane that's going to be one that's going to leave, another one going to come, bitch, and it just might be a new fault line built, like the fault line over there in Missouri. What was the not San Andreas fault line? What's that fault line where they had that earthquake over there and people talk about it's a sinkhole? No, girl, spirits will rock your ass, bitch. You want to play if you want. You can play if you want to. Spirits going to rock your ass like that volcano over there in Hawaii. Everybody over going over there to Hawaii and shit. I know people that was like, I'm going to go to Hawaii and start over. And it's like, that's like an indigenous land over there. What you going over there for? Well, girl, they got Section 8 over there. And what you mean it's indigenous? Hawaii is a part of America. Okay, girl. Sure enough, girl, they go over there to Hawaii. All these motherfuckers try to colonize and take over, everybody, blacks and whites, honey. No tea, no shade. Black folks and white folks go over there, mahalo, try to get this little accent and shit like y'all speak some type of Polynesian French. Y'all, bitch, that's what I think too. Bitch, I can't stand people. Bitch, just have this, I'm from Hawaii, and they have this little fake accent. And it's like, bitch, you don't even speak pidgin. Like, the people over there in Hawaii have this accent because they speak Polynesian French and they speak pidgin, which is like, it's like broken down English, Ebonics. It'll be like Ebonics in America, honey. Yo, me, when nah, me, y'all mean, ha, 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 yada, da, yada, da, rilla, rilla. That shit right there. But what happened is they go over there, all these motherfuckers go over there and populate over there. Oh, we're going to take over this America too. And those kings that fought, and we can give a shout out to Pele too, honey. Woo, come on, Pele. Woo! Come on, Pele. But she wasn't having that. Y'all went over there and bitch, I'm gonna teach y'all a lesson, bitch, y'all gotta go. That volcano bled. That volcano bled for days, honey. Houses blew up, and it's unfortunate, but bitch, that's why I say, bitch, when you fuck with nature gonna get your ass right together. Even going into California, you have all these earthquakes happening. You look into the history of what exactly is going on, honey, in the region that they're having these earthquakes, bitch, and you see what's going on behind the motherfucking scenes, because you see it all around. It's like, it's ironic. It's not ironic that certain things happen when certain things happen. And we're going to leave it at that because I don't want people looking for me, trying to come for me and trying to get me together. I'm actually full, you guys. And I'm going to give Anubis the rest of this because I'm really full. I'm really full, honey. I'm not big like that no more. Come on, Julie Joey. Bitch, I'm still waiting for that call. We need to stop calling ourselves colors and give ourselves an actual ethnic name. I know that's right, honey. Because the Hindus are colored too. The Hindus are colored too. You want to talk about black and you, oh girl. I want to give it that. That's why I said it's so important to get outside your culture and see other cultures, okay? Madame Delphine LaLaurie. Listen, you a fan of her? See, I'm not a fan of her. Because see, if I had a chance to meet Madame Delphine LaLaurie, honey, I would have. Ooh, I don't think I can say that on YouTube. I could say that. Ah! I don't think I can say what I would do to Madame Delphine, honey. I don't think I could say what I would say to her. But even going into Marie Laveau, too, you know, she had a lot of crookedness going on with her, too, and a lot of messiness, too, that people don't really know about. And so I'm very mindful of people like I'm an ascendant of Marie Laveau, or excuse me, those who are really not, who's claiming that. I'm looking at you kind of sideways like, bitch, because there's some stories about her back in those villages, honey. Back in the back of the day, there's some stories about what she was really doing. Ain't nothing wrong with that, though. I'm not judging. I'm not judging Beyonce's great great grandmother. Yeah, great grandmother, honey. Okay, deal with. She didn't want white people trying to steal her knowledge. Come on. Well, I'm telling you, that's where these spirits set in place at. And I'm telling y'all, you know, you don't hear of weird places happening, weird things happen over there in Colombia, Brazil, or all these other places. You know, you hear about usually these natural disasters in places. Let's talk about Thailand. You know, Thailand, which a lot of people don't know, and now Kenya is the new spot. So, of course, Kenya is going to start having some issues too, naturally speaking. And we're not prophesying, honey. We're giving you the true tea, the true tea. So over there in Thailand, back in the early 2000s, y'all, 2000, we'll say 1999, 2010, a lot of the Americans were going over there to Thailand to get married. They wanted a Thai wife. And a lot of these Americans, those so cheap, $100 get you 10,000 bahts and shit. You know, they were just trying to live it up over there. And a lot of them were actually they were being very sexually deviant. And they start going over there to Hawaii, to Thailand and stuff. And then these tsunamis start happening, you know, and they have video footage and I'm just like, at the end of the day, honey, you know, from what I was told, you know, is like over there in Kenya, like I said, right now, they got Americans going over there to Kenya to meet up with child. Yeah, bitch, that's not new. A lot of these American business people travel to like Brazil and they travel to like, you know, certain Middle Eastern countries and they go to like certain Asian countries and stuff because it's not illegal for little boys or little girls to do things with adult men. And this is what the fuck they doing. They going over. So that's what I said, you know, honey, I know a congressman, and I'm not going to say no information, but I know a congressman, very handsome, very sexy, just a little sideline, very attractive congressman. He was an ethnic man. You know, I'm very picky on the type of men I'm into, especially when it comes to ethnic man. You can say whatever you want. That's a preference I have. When it comes to exotic men, I don't really have a preference as long as you smell good and we're compatible. But when it comes to other type of men who are not exotic, whether that is American Caucasian, American Black, American Asian, you know, bitch, I'm very picky when it comes to that. So anyway, so he was very attractive, y'all. And he actually, you know, he was going to be a client of mine. And he said, I don't do prostitutes. I only do escorts. And I said, yeah, well, I'm only an escort. I don't do prostitution. And he's like, well, a lot of prostitutes say they're escorts and they're really not. I said, well, trust when I tell you this, baby. If you came over here with $3,000, that don't mean you're going to get in these pants or I'm going to get in your pants. So that's how I get down. Okay. So I'm an escort, baby, not a prostitute. So anywho, so he comes and meet me, y'all. And, you know, he didn't know that I had somebody spying because I want to see what kind of car he's driving. And he had like he had a nice car. Let me not give away something that'll give him away. So this was in 2014. So this man, and that's why I was going from YouTube from time too, because we were actually courting and honestly, you know, the TV show. No, I'm not gonna say that. So we were courting, and he's like, yeah, I'm not really into having a serious relationship with a trans person, but I can see myself being with you because I feel like we're so compatible, which we were. Now, the only thing with him, he had a very huge elephant trunk, and I don't do huge elephant trunks. I feel like huge elephant trunks are meant to be looked at and touched and rubbed and stuff. But when it comes down to intercourse, bitch, listen, if the elephant trunk is bigger than 7.5 inches, and we're gonna say bigger than 6, because I may have an exception, bitch, then I'm sorry, we can't be together, bitch. I want to keep my shit nice and tight and right forever. Okay. So anywho, he was like, listen, we're gonna work it out. So, oh girl. One day out the blue, he told me that he was going to be going over here to an Asian country for a business meeting or something. And I said, I know that Congress Americans go to other countries to do business meetings. Why can't they come over here? And of course, it took him a while to respond back to me, because I know Americans have a fetish with Asian people. Anyway, Asian women. American men have a fetish with Asian women. And so I'm like, that's a little odd. So then he tells me that because sometimes, they come over here, but most of the time Americans go over there, like Congress people said, blah, 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 whatever. So the conversation came up where he was like, do you think I'm weird if I have a fetish for small people? And I said, a fetish for small people? Like midgets? And he's like, yeah, but not really. So my mind is so like my mind is like, I get like these flashes of stuff, right? And when he said this, when he said this, y'all, did y'all say nervous through the okay, probably not. So when he said this, an idea came up that he's into children. He's a fucking pedophile. So I was like, well, what do you mean not exactly? Because what the fuck is a little person outside of a midget or a short, well, I just say midget. And he's like, well, what happened if, it's illegal in this country, but legal over there? And I said, honey, listen, I don't care what you say. Back in the day, bitch, Aisha, Muhammad had a 9-year-old wife. Back in the day, honey, there were, the girl was of age, you could marry herself. But times have changed, baby. Time has definitely changed. And unfortunately, you got a lot of weird demons running around here that's into some weird shit. So I said, that's not really my cup of tea. I'm not interested in men that are into that. And, we're going to keep moving. So then, of course, he tried to compare and contrast. Well, I mean, how would you like if people said that being with a transgender was weird and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, girl. So do y'all know he went on this trip for like 2.5 months? And out the blue, he texted me. It's like, I had so much fun, blah, 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 blah. And I blocked his ass. I thought I blocked him, but I really blocked him this time. I said, that is just so fucking sad that your ass could get any motherfucking pussy that you want in this world. You can get a grown ass man if you wanted a grown ass man. And you settle for some little kids. Oh, nasty ass motherfucker. And what I'm hoping is that one of these, this is just what I hope. And I'm going to be done. I'm hoping that these children get so smart, kind of going back into the Vietnam War, when these women were putting blades in their vaginas. So when these men were trying to rape them, they were getting their shit cut up. Oh, come on, Jesus. I'm hoping that somebody do some type of children training or something to where when this man or this woman, because women molest children too, when this man or this woman molests these children, that they just, because maybe they don't got strength to punch in the nuts and shit and hit the woman in the hymen. But I'm hoping that they come up with some type of weapon to where when that man go pull down those pants or something, just sucker punch his ass right in that motherfucking nose. Because I feel like this area will hurt right here. Sucker punch his ass right in that nose or in that damn eye so he go blind. So when they say, what happened to you? He go, nothing, I was just walking. And then he turned his little girl or little boy, shut up. So we know what's going on. And the same thing with these women. The hymen is very sensitive, bitch. You sucker punch right there in that hymen. Right there below that clitoris. And we need to do child protection. We need to do a child protection class. We need to do a child protection class on these children who are in these situations. Because my mom didn't play that, honey. Yeah, she didn't play that, girl. And I wish a grown man or a grown woman would have definitely touched where they shouldn't have touched, honey. I don't care what it looked like, bitch. They would have got a good surprise for me, honey. And I was a kicker and I was a biter, bitch. I would have bit the hell out. Okay, bitch. Hello, bitch. Oh, I would have bit the hell out the shit, bitch. What? Yes. How about that? Come on, TC. Yes, honey. But she has to be respected as one of the great American witches in my pan. Well, listen, we can't take away that Marie Laveau was one of the greatest witches. We won't take away that's hair. That's why all these YouTubers want to be Creole so bad. So we just want to take our time out right now and give a moment of silence and words, positive words for Marie Laveau, because she's paved the way for all these Creole wannabe witches on YouTube. Everybody in this damn YouTube channel is Creole and or they from New Orleans, or they got connection to New Orleans, not knowing that all these other places had hoodoo and voodoo too. You know, we called it superstition. You know, voodoo, hoodoo, superstitions, all the same motherfucking thing, honey. California even got its own hoodoo system, but we don't call it hoodoo over here. We call it superstition. But anyway, so we just want to just say thank you, Marie, for allowing these motherfuckers, excuse me, I don't know your first name basis, Marie Laveau. Thank you so much for being such a great witch, and allowing, and of course you didn't date Tatuba, honey. She was definitely before. Anyway, but because you were powerful in the Americas and you were commercialized, all these girls want to be just like you, Marie Laveau. So we want to say thank you so much for paving the way for these hoes. But we all know they'll never be like you. We all know no matter how many shops they think they're going to open, no matter how many candles, no matter what they do with their hair, you know, I'm Creole, you know, all this other bullshit, bitch. We just, you know, anyway, we just want to say thank you, Marie, because you're not going to my little tangent, Marie Laveau. And we want to just say thank you for paving the way and giving these hoes the idea, because we all know that their grandmamas and granddaddies and none of these motherfuckers are real witches, because that's why their asses wouldn't have been in nowhere. Because and that's another thing I want to say too, with all due respect. If my grandmama was a witch and she had knowledge about like legal shit, because back then it was illegal to be mixed bitch back then, honey. No tea, no shit. It was illegal to be mixed back then. Even going into the damn 60s and 70s, bitch, it was illegal to be mixed. You're a mixed bitch, they were ready to kill your ass. Okay, so this is just me. Maybe it's because I'm not in that situation. I don't know. But if I was, you know, this matron, this matriarchal witch, you know, and I had grandchildren and children off stuff, I'm gonna be doing spells and talismans and charms and grease to protect my descendants, to where they don't have to steal, rob, lie, and cheat the system to get ahead. Because we all know that we live in the matrix, and the matrix can be manipulated to any way you want to. This is how you get a ghetto bitch, marry a rich, wealthy nigga, and he built billionaires. Shout out to Eve the rapper. You know, this is how you can go from being someone impoverished and being below the system, and yet you end up on top. Shout out to Amanda Lepore. And, you know, the Parisian princess back in the early 40s and 30s and 40s. Y'all didn't know about her, did y'all? Yes, honey. There was a Parisian socialite who was transgendered, honey. Woo! Shout out to them. But anyway, I would have been doing some shit so my grandchildren wouldn't have to lie, cheat, and steal, rob. So it just amazes me when these witches be like, my grandmama was a witch. Like, your grandmama didn't know no spells, no charms, no, nothing secretive to make it to where you will be protected and covered in the blood, to where you didn't have to go write checks and switch license plates out and live outside your means, and you want to do the American dream and shit, and now you're bankrupt and shit. The United States $179,000. Like, I mean, that's what I would think my grandmama, who loved me so much, you know, that I'm gonna be venerating and you know, exalting and shit. Like, because if not, I will be like grandmama on the flip side when I do my veneration. Mama, Mima, Mamu, Nana, whoever you call them. Why didn't you protect me so I didn't have to go to juvenile? Why you didn't check me so I had to get caught stealing bologna at a Walgreens and I got banned at a Target and Kroger's because I was over there in Kroger's stealing a pack of cheese? Grandma, Mima, Mamu, why didn't you cover me in the blood so I could have slept with a wealthy man instead of fucking sleep with a no good motherfucker and having to steal and lie to feed my babies? Because that's something too I'm so sorry for. I gotta feed my children. I had to steal from Dollar Tree to feed my children. Well, that's what your ass get for opening fucking and sucking a nigga that ain't about shit. Because like you said, God knew what the fuck was going on. Because, bitch, let me tell you, if I had a uterus, bitch, I had a baby making factory, bitch, I would be pregnant by every motherfucker that has something established in America. I kid you not. I would have 20 kids, and they will all be descendants of a sheikh over there in Dubai, over there in Europe. It will be someone from Brazil, China, some type of prince or king of Africa, one of those countries over there, bitch. Like, girl, like, my children would be set, girl. That will be set, bitch. Girl, bye. They'll be set, bitch. Hell no. Hell, girl, bye. I wish I would. I would, bitch. I wish I would. Okay. Paulo followers conquer Hades. I know. I mean, did Paulo followers conquer Hades? What do you mean by that, honey? Excuse your English. I know it's horrible, Julie Joey. Yes, no, Paulo came from Africa. That's right. Paulo came from Africa to Haiti, was conquered. I mean, Haiti religion and influenced by voodoo, and Paulo not Catholicism. Ooh, I hate saying that word. I like to just say Catholic belief system. Okay. Yes, that is so true. Come on now. Well, the question is, did the chicken come before the egg, or did the egg come before the chicken? And the same thing with voodoo. Did voodoo come before Catholicism, or did Catholicism come before voodoo? Because see, like I know, these Catholics do demonic shit. They like to practice the left hand with the right hand. And that's why they make fun of the Christians, because the Christians are just so watered down, honey. They're just so watered down. Yeah, they're just so watered down, bitch. You got 50 million churches, Christian churches in a city, and the city's still going down the drain. Ain't no God in the building, ain't no God outside the motherfucking building. So anyway, so the Catholics, they know, but you see them going to celebrate Lent. The Catholics go, they fast and they pray. And also going into religious people too. Muslims are the most wealthiest religious people out there, if you ask me. Then underneath them would be Hindu, and then underneath them would be Buddhist, and underneath them would be Catholic, and then underneath them, I think, would be Christianity and all this other good stuff. And of course, the stuff that we know about, that's public record. So it just amazes to me that if Jesus was the only way, the willing way, living dead, all this other good stuff, going to the Father, then why the hell are you Christians struggling? Why y'all struggling with the homosexual spirit? Because ain't nothing wrong with that. But I just find it ironic that a lot of these Christian men and women are very lesbianish looking and very gay looking. In fact, there was a guy, I can tell you he's a pastor, the way he's talked, because I grew up with a lot of pastors, my family, they're into that. And I can tell he was like a pastor or something. And honey, he was so flamboyant, girl. He was like, yes, we're going to the hometown buffet and we're going to be eating. And I'm just like, what kind of spirit is that? What spirit is that, honey? What spirit is that? And I have my shades on, because see, that's how I rock. I put my shades on, honey. When I'm looking at people and I want them to really know that I'm looking at them, I put the shades on. What kind of spirit is this? This is a Christian heterosexual man, and you heard us talk about homosexuality and shit. The motherfucker out here slobbing on crab legs, though. And that's the thing about y'all motherfuckers too. Y'all out here, and now I'm just on a tangent. Y'all be out here sucking on these crab legs and shit and eating these pigs' feet and pigs' ears and chitterlings, and not knowing in the Bible it says you're not supposed to eat that. So, that's why I want to understand, bitch. Let that grown man suck on that man meat, bitch, while you suck on that pig's feet and those pig balls. Because, bitch, I'm not kissing nobody who stuck on anything piglet. Okay? Hello? Bitches, I don't eat ass, but I eat bacon. What? Ooh, girl, you suck dick. Ooh, that's disgusting to me. Excuse me, honey. Excuse me. I suck dick, but you eat pork. Bitch, pigs don't have a digestive system, honey. They roll in their own shit and feces and shit. And whatever they eat, they cannot get rid of, honey. They don't have any sweat glands or anything, girl. Hello? So, I mean, yes, bitch, I will proudly say I suck dick, bitch. You shouldn't probably say you eat pork, though. You like pork chops and shit, bitch. You should not be saying that, honey. You should not be proud of that. Okay? Atlantic Ocean, Columbus came to the Americas. Let me go on. Let me see how many real African history spirituality was not. Well, we know that, but the question was, did the Catholic Church steal stuff from the African culture? Wow, that's the question, Julie Joey. Did they steal the ideas? Because you know that voodoo predates a lot of stuff. Because see, they talk about the oldest living religion. The oldest living religion that can be marked or that they actually have papers is Hinduism. Okay, but there's things that existed before that. There's things that happened before that, up to that point. Even going into the story about Adam and Eve and stuff. There's civilizations of people that existed before Adam and Eve, and during the same time that they even existed. So the question is, did the Catholic, because people say that people use the saints to cover up their voodooism or their voodoo beliefs, right? But is that really true? Or is the saints and who you hide behind these saints are really behind these saints? You know, is Saint Barbara really, that was it, Jerome? Anyway, is that really what it is? Is that really what it is, honey? They do. I know that's right, honey. Hmm. The main deity in California voodoo would be Santa Muerte. Mm. Well, there's actually, they actually found a being in the caves of California, and I'm really interested in this being. Archaeologists. I would love to go dig and do my research because there's museums in California that has a lot of valuable information in them. But I would love to look up this being who had reddish brown hair, and they found this skeleton with this baby. I want y'all to look it up. Public information. So whatever that was, whoever that was, I would think that that would possibly be the deity in California voodoo. Because, of course, Santa Muerte is African. And, of course, by the time it made it across the waters, then it transcended into a skeleton being. Because we talk about even people don't even know Santa Muerte also there's another spirit that's very similar to Santa Muerte, and it's not Lady Guadalupe. And people don't even talk about that unless you are part of this certain culture, or people from this certain part of Mexico. And, so anyway, there'll be fights with who that is and what that is. But as far as a land, what reigns over a certain land, honestly, that'd be kind of hard because there was a lot of tribes in California, Yokuts, Chicoyas. They got images online of like even California used to have beautiful lakes. Like I think where I live at right now is actually a lake once upon a time. That's why our soil is so rich. In my area, we grow crops for all around the world. Like it's so rich here. Our soil is so rich. Like literally, I can throw seeds outside of my complex right now and they will sprout up. Like the soil is so rich here, y'all. So rich here where I'm at. And like I said, people come all over the world. When I was escorting, I met people from Greece because they were here dealing with business. I met people from Turkey because they were here dealing with business. I met people from China because they were here dealing with business. And I'm just like, what? Y'all come well over here to get our grapes and shit? Wait, our grapes go to China? What? Our oranges? I didn't know that. Wow. And then you have Selma, California. And they also have good grapes down there too, y'all. A lot of y'all get y'all raisins from that. I think Raisinets, or there's a company that used raisins from Selma, California, which is actually a beautiful city. I was going to move there because they have a lot of sexy, Chicanos down there, honey. Sexy. Give me a deep tissue. But anyway, Haiti is the other part of the big island shared with Dominican Republic. That's right, honey, called Hispaniola. Come on. Come on, Espanola. Oh, I'll take a Dominican any day. I'll actually take a Dominican and a Haitian. Yes, I will. hmm Haitian people are very beautiful. I love Haitian people. I do. Love Haitian people, especially Haitian women. Very, 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 very beautiful. It's kind of hard. I guess I just love all people. I guess I love everybody. I love Haitian women, Antiguan women, Barbadian. Oh, hey, Barbados. I had somebody from Barbados who ordered something and they never got back to me, y'all. This has been about 2 years now. Barbados, honey, hello. I don't remember the little district she lived in. Barbados postal system is so weird to y'all. But yes, it just hit me right now. I still got your oils too, girl. I should open them to see if there's even oil still in there that evaporate out. It's been about 2 or 3 years now. Yes, honey. Yes, honey, we're dropped from Africa while the rest are Creoles. Come on, Julie Joey. Yes, honey. Oh, come on, Mina Senegal. Hey, hey, hey. Yes, honey. Marie Laveau still walks around the city. Listen, there's a lot of creepy stuff that happens in New Orleans. And so when you have these hurricanes and these tropical storms coming through, those spirits are still alive and kicking over there, telling y'all gotta go. Stop coming to this fucking city or region because it looks good. I want to see a video of y'all being at a plantation. That's what I want to see, honey. Can I see it? They are not what? That they have other family members as witches, but the same witches say their families don't approve of magic. Exactly, Mina. And that's my whole point. Like, a lot of people are just claiming to be witches because they think it's cool. But there's a lot of fault in their stuff. And that's what I said. I'm not associating myself with any, the spiritual people that I associate myself with currently are not active on YouTube and currently don't do work for people. But the people that are currently on YouTube that don't work for people that I have seen, I've come across, I'm not really a fan of because their story seems two timing. Like they seem like a two timing pussy. One of the persons been on YouTube for at least 12 years. And this person was like single back in the day, but coming to find out, this person is supposed to have been married for like 30 years and has like one or two kids by this man that they're married to. And I'm just like, that's kind of odd because going back into the beginnings of YouTube, even if you scroll back to the video, there's no man in the picture. There's no man talking. In the storyline, it was her with her children, and she always was talking to her auntie, who was a witch, and they would go to church and stuff. And then now on the flip side, mysteriously, they don't read the Bible no more. Mysteriously, they don't go to church no more. So that's how I'm just like, so the whole storyline about that bitch was so fake, right? But everybody want people like me to respect the elders and say, oh, she pegged away from people like us. No, the fuck she didn't. There's somebody on here by the name of Lady Oshun, as I said before, who's much older than this bitch, who's been been active on YouTube longer than this bitch will ever be active. And she's actually doing things. She's actually going to other places. That bitch never left her house. She never left her county line. She went to other cities, but she never left her county because she's afraid. She have agoraphobia or is it agoraphobia, where you're afraid to leave your home because she's afraid, honey. She's afraid that motherfucker's gonna come after her. Even going into how you grew up in hoodoo, but nobody in your family accepts you or respect that. That's why you're distancing. You're always by yourself, up in age. So that's how I'm like, it's a little questionable, about a lot of these storylines that people have. And I know hoodoo from my mama, and my grandmother taught me this, but it's like, can you have a cousin to testify from that? Can we see more than just proof of you doing this since YouTube started? Can you show us article, newspaper clippings and stuff of things that your magical auntie or great grandmother did? Because of course this stuff is documented. Many people, including myself, have newspaper clippings and artifacts that talks about our ancestors who did very supernatural things for their community. It's been documented. So, like I said, that's what I want to see versus you sitting there giving us this fake ass storyline. So we would say, oh, well, she has to know what she's talking about because she's older and she's from the South And she looked like she does it because she comes on here with her bones on her neck, and she come on here with face paint and shit. So she gotta know what she's talking about. And it's just like real gangsters wear suits. Real gangsters ain't sagging their pants. Real gangsters ain't coming out here rocking colors and shit. Real gangsters you won't even know are real gangsters. They can fit in with society. And that's how it is with witches too. Real witches are out here with black face paint on and putting dots and shit up on them. Now that's some indigenous stuff. But now if you are indigenous, then why are you black power, African pride, and you're rocking indigenous shit? So, like I said, I think a lot of people are confused on here in the spiritual community about even what, who, when, why, and how they are. And of course, when someone like me who is much younger than them come out and we proclaim and confess who and what we are, and we know what we are, and we can back up what we say, and we have proof, and we can, it's just, it is what it is, then it's intimidating to them. And it's, well, let's try to discredit this person for everything else. Let's say this person is a hoe and all that. Okay, that's fine. But you were fucking for free and you were taking off your clothes around the people and didn't get shit out of it. So that's a whole nother story. Bitch, whatever I did, bitch, it got me places and got me places you probably will never be able to go, even though you're older than me. So it's not just about existing that makes you an elder. It's about living and experiencing. Do you know what it's like to kiss a white man? Do you know what it's like to have white dick? Do you know what it's like to sit down and eat, real authentic tacos? Do you know what it's like to go to another country to have a passport? Do you know what it's like to speak another language? So like that's really living, and that's really what makes someone an elder, not because you're 50 years old and you survive 50 years because you stay in your house all day. You don't do shit. I mean, come on now. Like, I would be like, yay. Even for her to leave her house to go to the beach was a stretch. Like, mama was like scared. She was like walking like, oh God, I finally made it out. And I'm not making fun of that, because there are people out there that really have mental illnesses and suffer from stuff like agoraphobia and afraid to go out and see the world and travel and get in cars and planes and stuff. But it's like, what you're not going to do, you're not going to sit here and act like you're the big bad bitch when you're actually a scary ass little cat. How about that? So a lot of these people got fake stories, Mina, fake ass storylines and shit. It reminds me of the people, like I said, it's like different dogs, same dog, different collar. When I was in the adult industry and I hung out with all these well-known porn stars and stuff, and I got behind the scenes and cam shows and people who's known in Europe, who was well-known in Europe and in America, when I got behind the scenes with them and we talked personally, and I knew they had problems sleeping, so they were popping Ambien and all this other crazy shit, and they were really acting like they were this person it really wasn't. Now in the spiritual stuff, it's like the exact same thing. It's like they're giving you this image of they grew up in it, they knew it, they know it, it's in their blood, but yet everything they say is anti what they're claiming. They're acting like they're against being white, but yet they're talking about European magic. A lot of stuff these Black spirituals are talking about are very European based. It's nothing about it. And maybe some of the stuff they talk about is African influence. But the words they use, coven, conjure, coven, witch, hexing, curses, all this other stuff is very, very Wiccan, very, very European. African tongue people don't say shit like that. You go over there to Africa, or anybody who's from Africa that practice African type of magic, you don't hear them talking about hexes, and you don't hear them talking about I'm a witch. They might say witch doctor, but you don't hear them talk about I'm in a coven, I got a coven. You don't hear that bullshit. So, like I said, they're just fake storylines, and I'm not interested in that. I don't want to be with those people. I don't want to deal with those people, honey. I'm not a fan of them. Keep pushing that fake shit to attract the fake shit. And when the real shit hits these motherfuckers, they ain't gonna know what hit them. And it kind of reminds me of the coming of Christ. Like, a lot of people read the Bible but don't really know who God is or Jesus is. So when the Antichrist come, they're gonna fall and believe that the Antichrist is actually Jesus because of what the scripture said. And of course, we're speaking metaphorically. And that's how I think about these YouTube people and Instagram people who are on YouTube and Instagram looking for spiritual guidance. A lot of these people are misleading you to where you really think they're giving you something because they have all these tricks up their sleeve. Every day there's a ritual. They got something. Oh yeah, I use bones for this and that. But like I said, in reality, when real shit comes to you and you're hit with real information, then you start kind of questioning yourself like, Are you making this up? Because all the other YouTube witches said the exact same thing. You're saying something different. Well, that should be the question right there. How is it that the witches from Buffalo, New York, Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Texas, New Mexico, and California, how all these witches have the same roots in magic when in these places they practice magic differently? Like the same thing as Northern California and Southern California. Like it's practiced differently. So how, when, why, and where are you guys able to have this connection and say, oh, I know about that black cat spell. My grandmother did that. And it's the exact same way. Like, no, it wasn't. Because I know people right now that are in Kentucky, people that are in Tennessee, people that are in another part I won't mention, and of course in California, like myself. And when it goes into magical practices, if you talk about a black cat spell, and let them all come forward and talk, this person's going to say, you got to get a cat, you got to skin it without hitting it, you got to boil the bones off of it, you got to skin it the right way, blah, blah, blah. This person's going to say, you got to make sure you get the cat hair before the sun go down, blah, 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 blah. Like everybody has a different angle of that spell or that ritual. But on YouTube, they all have the exact same spell, the exact same ritual. And I'm just like, that's a little weird if you all are not from the same area. If you guys are not all from Louisiana, if you're not all from Texas or Mississippi, how are your magic the same? Like, because these places practice magic differently. So that, like I said, that's in my mind, I'm thinking like, that's not even possible. That's not even possible. You go into the Carolinas, the magic is going to be very different. You go into Georgia, the magic is going to be very different. You sit here, like I said, get out and see the world. You will see exactly what I'm talking about. It's very different. How is it that people in Texas is doing the same type of work that people in Alabama is doing? Like it didn't travel over there because there were certain herbs and stuff that are available in Alabama that Texas doesn't have. So how is it, once again, you all have the same rituals and the same outlines? And oh, hey, girl, that's my hoodoo sister. And we do the same stuff. And we talk about the same shit. And oh, girl, the spell you talk about, I did that too. And even the followers will start getting caught up in that bullshit too, to seem like they really doing stuff. Oh my God, girl, I'm over here in Indiana and we did the exact same ritual y'all do over there in New York. What? How's that possible? Like New York don't get tornadoes and shit. Like they get the aftermath, they don't get tornadoes. So how would you guys do the same type of magic when the spirits are not the same? Like that doesn't sound right. But of course, brainwashing and manipulation will make people think they're doing something. And they also call it the placebo effect. You sit here and you tell people a story, and people start to feel like they're a part of that. And that's why I said, too, going into the spiritual community, there's a lot of mental ill people out there, and I don't entertain that. I've had clients come to me that had a little bit of mental tea, and I said, I got to step back. After I saw that spirit, I said, I got to step back because no matter what we talk about, no matter what we do, it's not going to be really them getting the information. It's going to be the spirit of whatever they got doing that. And even going into like shadow people and stuff. And that's what I said. I really want people who are experiencing real magic, not this YouTube shit, Google spells and shit, to come forward about shadow people, because people heard about shadow people and now it's like a great thing. Oh, shadow people help me do spells. Oh, I was at home and the shadow person protected me from a rapist. Oh, I be cuddling with the shadow man at nighttime. The shadow people caress me while I sleep. And I'm like, do you not know that people who have been abused heavily are the ones who see these shadow beings? Because even going into, someone came to me and they asked her, they said, I used to see shadow people all the time and now I don't see them. And now I feel strange. I feel weird. And I flat out told this person who was a guy, I told him, it's because you're healing. Whatever trauma you dealt with before you start seeing these shadow beings, even while you were seeing these shadow beings, because these shadow beings were your escape from that reality, that situation. And even on the flip side, these shadow beings are probably the things that you were adopting. Instead of blaming your dad for molesting you, you were saying the shadow person molested you. So you adopted these figures as that storyline. And now that you're getting healed from that, it's fading away. Like your reality is changing. And so that's what, like I said, that's my stance on that. I don't think people who's never been abused and abandoned, neglected, see shadow people. I'm a very spiritual person. I know energy. I see energy. I feel energy and all the good stuff. Me and the people I deal with, we've never seen shadow people. We never say, oh my God. I mean, of course, you see things in the corner of your eye moving and all that. That's a whole nother story. But to literally sit there and say, I saw the shadow man. I saw the shadow woman. There was a shadow boy and he was lifting up my covers and shit. Like that type of stuff. It's like there's something really not there. So, like I say, even one of my people who used to send me donations, she really got offended because and she's also someone who has her own spiritual shop. She got offended because I said there's a mental illness in talking with shadow people, and she said we're not about to play with mental illness right now. How are you gonna tell me, bitch? See a psychologist. You go to a psychologist and you tell a psychologist that you're seeing, even spiritually open, that you're seeing shadow people, and watch about 6 treatments. You're not gonna see those shadows people no more. You're gonna say, oh my God, they left me. I mean, who knows? Some of y'all might do that. Oh my God, you took them away from me, bitch. No, bitch. You grew out of your situation. There's so much to having an imaginary friend. When you're a kid, you have an imaginary friend. When you get older, bitch, you don't talk about, oh, Lolo right here. You see Lolo? Lolo wanna get an ice cream with us. So anyway, that's my stance on that, bitch. There's a lot of mental illnesses. And like I said, you look at these motherfuckers, and that's why they don't like to show their face. And one of them girls, she put on sunglasses shit. Some of them will say, I don't show my face because I'm well known. I work with celebrities. And it's like, oh my God, here we go. You work with celebrities, but yet you're on YouTube offering queso for people so you can make more money. Are the celebrities not paying you enough money, bitch? Like, no tea, no shade. Like, are they not paying you enough money? Like, girl, who are you fooling? You're not showing your face because when we see you, we're going to see all the teas that come with your mental illness. We're going to see all your possible deformities. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's not a hate speech. That's not me going in on people. I'm just saying, but it's the sick trying to heal the sick. And it does not work that way. Keyword is heal. If you need to be healed, you cannot heal people. If you do not have love for yourself, you cannot teach people how to have love for other people or have love for themselves. What you look like out here telling people, hey, I can do a love spell for you, and you hate everything about you. You hate everything about yourself to where you're checking, looking on the next person, see what the fuck they got going on. And yes, that's a sign of self-hate. As I said, self-hate come in many forms. One of them is definitely checking on the next person, see what they got going on. And I'm going to spend my energy and time trying to fuck their shit up when I can spend my energy and time to build my shit up. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Come on, Estival. Why are you crying? Why are you crying, Estival? Okay, come on, Jay. Listen, hold on. Let me put on this. Let me put on this. I hope y'all don't see my ass, honey. I hope y'all don't see my ass like that. I hope y'all don't see my ass, honey. I hope y'all didn't see my ass, honey. Yes, honey. Listen, y'all, I gotta get to cleaning up this area, honey. I gotta get to cleaning up, y'all. Yes, honey. So the shades on to throw shade. I know that's right, honey. That's what I do, honey. Okay. But African and Indian separated and divided the islands. Many Africans and Creole slaves then went to pipe the natives down and mixed, but no, idiots really jealous and not secretive. Oh my God. Loving the dialogue at JD Fun and Judy. You both made great points and you are all asking great questions. I know that's right, honey. Come on, Lakers Pod. How you doing? The question is bad made. Is Catholicism the first religion? No deity showed them teas different. No, the question's not bad made. I want you to sit back and just breathe for a minute, Julie. Because, of course, it's a theoretical question, because, of course, no one really knows the truth. Something fell from something, and something copied all things, very similar to language. All the languages that we speak right now has a root language. So the question was, what came first? Are the Catholics borrowing information from those who practice voodoo, Or are those who are currently practicing voodoo borrowing things from the Catholics, like in terms of praying, in terms of using the saints, in terms of fasting, in terms of celebrating certain holidays, in the way they fast and pray? Okay, 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 okay. I know that's right, honey. Okay, come on, Laker Spot. How you doing? Yes, honey. Okay, let's roll this on down. Y'all, you see me sweating over here, bitch? Y'all, y'all, honey, when you start talking about energies, bitch, I just start burning up. I start burning up. Okay, there you go. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. There you go, honey. You said it. I see about Black Madonnas. Uh-huh. Oh, yes, honey. Come on. Where's the Pinoy love at? I know that's right, honey. I know that's right, honey. Pinoy, listen. I love Pinoy people too. Matter of fact, let me listen, honey. Let me show you this motherfucker right here, Lakers Pod, honey. Yeah, no, let me stop. I'm talking to a Pinoy guy right now, Lakers Pod, honey. Yeah. Yeah, honey. Not talking. You know, I'm single and I like being in the presence of a particular type of man, and I'm actually gagging, honey. I'm gagging, liquor pot. I didn't think that. Jesus, that yeah. Uh huh. Uh huh. I see exactly what they mean by when they say Ilocano. Ah ah. Every digitization doesn't exist. Uh oh. Uh oh. Uh oh, honey. Uh oh. Uh oh. I'm super fantastic. Plant care. Come on, plant care. Yes, honey. Oh, you wait 3 hours for this fine. Okay, good. You on your way back. Come on. Yes, honey. You on your way back, plant care. You on your way back. Yes, honey. We can't wait, honey. Plant care on your way back. Come on back, plant care. Yes, honey. Come on. I know that's right. That's what it's about, though. That's what it's about. It's not about assuming how rituals are done. Emulate the rituals and say that you are a expert at doing rituals when people who actually are experts at it did not give you a one-on-one training on how to do it properly. And see, that's the issue with a lot of people. You have people that are not experts in energy work sharing their experiences with energy work, and you have people that are copying them, fucking themselves up. And I say this because people have come to me and patch up work that either they've done on their own or that other spirituals done for them. And I tell them, what I know spiritually, I was actually taught, I was trained correctly of how to do certain things. And of course, you learn how to do things properly, and then naturally things come to you and you, oh God, that's what that was. They didn't want to share that with me, but spirit showing me. Like that's what you do. This whole self-taught stuff when it comes to witchery, and oh, we're going to pay $5 on Groupon to take a Wiccan online Wiccan course, and all of a sudden I'm an expert at it, or I'm going to pay for a $10 book and the book have everything on candle magic. Now all of a sudden I'm an expert because I know how candles are made on, and it's just like, what? But how many candles have you burned though? Because with experience is what gives you knowledge. With experience is what makes you wiser. That's what makes you an expert. An expert is not because you went to school and got a bachelor's or a master's degree. Yes, a master's and a doctoral and also the good stuff is higher up than a AA and a bachelor's and all the good stuff. But still, it does not make you an expert because you have a master's. What make you an expert is once you get that degree, because now you got the book smarts, you have to go out into the field and do the actual work, and that's what makes you an expert. It's not because you know what that is and how it is and how that works. So that's what's going on with these YouTube spirituals and stuff, is that it's a lot of self-taught stuff going on. $10 books, $20 books. They pay $50 to read about books and shit. Write it down, memorize it. Then all of a sudden they get on YouTube and they experts and shit. And you got gullible people that fall for that shit. Very similar to the church. Little women letting these pastors take their sons and shit. Oh, it's a man of God. Ain't nothing gonna happen. And these men turning out your damn boys. Very similar to these YouTube witches and spiritual people. Self-taught people trying to teach people real shit. And it's just like, what? Like when that energy hits your ass and you're knocked out, do you not understand there's a process when it goes to, and there's words, and I'm not even going to go into terminology just yet. We're going to do videos on this, but there's processes to becoming spiritually advanced energetically, and also getting what you call spiritual power. We all are born with something, but it's a process that takes place in our view to enhance that. So when you go through that process and you're weak, because you're going to be weak, bitch, because you're going through some changes, who, what, and when, and how is going to be there to help you through that? Because see, that's why we talk about the house and stuff, how you have the godfather and the godmother. These are people that are able to channel things and put it into you. So when you get weak and you fall down from whatever you got going on, you get possessed and all that, there's different terms for it, that, they could, hey, I've been through this too. We know exactly what we got to do. But when you're self-taught, bitch, you don't know that. So everything is just, theory, and it's magical, and it's, oh, that's so interesting. She said she did a mirror trick on how to see a dragon. And I'm like, bitch, are you trying to do some real shit? Are you trying to do some rituals on how to see a fucking dragon? Because, bitch, the first thing that a smart person or an intelligent person is going to do when they realize they have any type of ability, bitch, they're going to use that ability to enhance their life right now. You seeing a motherfucking dragon, it's going to enhance your life. How? Like, bitch, the last time I checked, bitch, protection, health, love, and prosperity is what's important. So, bitch, you learn how to do a ritual on how to see things. Why, when, where would you want to see a motherfucking dragon when you can't see the motherfucking, you can't see when the next check is coming? Huh? Hello? You can't see how to put in a motherfucking application. But you ever talk about, I looked at a YouTube video on how to see a dragon. I want to try it. Bitch, how about you do a ritual on how to see a paycheck? How about you do a ritual on how to get your health together? So you're not out here toothless and shit. And talk about you do healing rituals and shit. I'm going to do healing offerings for y'all. You sick as hell. That don't sound right to me. But I mean, like I said, that's the difference between self-taught spiritualists and spiritualists that actually paid their dues, who actually been into initiation processes and actually were taught, hey, that happened to you, huh? You almost cut your damn finger off, didn't you? That sounds like a backlash of one of the rituals you did. So what did you do that I didn't tell you to do? Well, and I tell y'all, that's why I love when people are like, I've been doing this for 17 years, Mystic, and yet they do what they want to do. No, you haven't. If you've done it for 17 years, Spirit hasn't fucked your ass up enough, because Spirit will humble you. And you cannot, when someone is directing you who's experienced and telling you on a Monday, a Wednesday, and a Friday, you do A, B, C, D, E, F, G before 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. And then you just feel like, well, bitch, I could do whatever the fuck I want to do. Who the hell is this bitch going to tell me to do? This bitch is younger than me anyway. And then all of a sudden you start doing shit on Tuesday, Thursday. You do shit at 2 p.m. because you forgot to do it at 9 a.m. because you were too busy trying to get some dick that night. Then a week or two later, maybe a month later, you want to call and be like, Mystic, the ritual we did was good, but something happened. What happened? Because I know if you would have followed my direction, nothing would have happened, because I'm experienced in what we did. Because if I don't know what I'm doing, I won't do it. Bitch, I'm not fucking my shit up just to get some motherfucking coin, as I always say. So what happened? Well, this happened, that happened, this, that. Oh, that sounds like to me that you were doing some shit that I didn't tell you to even do. Well, yes, Mystic, because you said that magic is your own magic. And I thought that, if I didn't do it on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, because maybe I had work that day, I thought that it was going to be okay to do it whenever I had time to do it. Well, maybe if you're doing some basic ass Wiccan ritual, maybe, or you did one of these little fake ass voodoo, vinegar jars, maybe that theory works. You can do it whenever you want to, how you want to. But when you're doing real shit that deals with manipulation of energy, there is a time and a place for that, as we can talk about in scripture. There's a time to weep, there's a time to sow, there's a time to leave, and there's a time where you gotta motherfucking go. Let's pull up that scripture right now. Can you pull up that scripture right now? Can you pull up that damn scripture right now? Because, bitch, listen, if I got to come here every day again to castigate and correct y'all, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna come here every day. There's a time in Ecclesiastics, honey. Now, you wanna go out there? You wanna go out there? You wanna go out there, honey? Honey, bunny? You wanna go out there? Go ahead, honey. They got a lot going on out there. Ecclesiastics. Come on, I need y'all to write this down. If you're a witch, bitch, write this down. Ecclesiastics 3, verse 1 to 8. To everything there's a season, a time to every purpose under the heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted, a time to kill and a time to heal. See, bitch, they see people, it's ungodly to cuss people out. Bitch, the scripture says it's not ungodly to cuss your ass out. Scripture says, bitch, if I need to mollywop your ass too, I can do so, because there's a time and place for everything. A time to break down and a time to build up. When I read you down, bitch, I might be breaking you down, but there's a time for that. A time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. Girl, we don't gotta be kissy, lovey all the time. Oh, it's so positive. Bitch, there's a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to get and a time to lose. Everything happened in season, girl. A time to keep and a time to cast away. So some of y'all be keeping motherfuckers y'all should have cast away a long time ago. Should let that nigga go before you had those kids by him. You should let that bitch go that said she was your friend. Now it's too late because now she fucking your man. A time to rend and a time to sow. A time to keep silence and a time to speak. A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace. That's how I would say, bitch. You could be act like you holier than thou all day long. I'm godly. Namaste, people. I found peace. You're not godly. You're very demonic if you're about that, because there's a time for everything. There's a time to fight and there's a time not to fight. There's a time to love and there's a time to hate. Ecclesiastics say that, baby girl. And Ecclesiastics is also a time of schooling, bitch. You should get into that tea. Very similar to what they call, what do they call it? What they shit. Anyway, it'll come to me another time. Okay, ow, come on. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. Thank you, TC. Woo! Sephora witches, Instagram witches. Honey, I know that's right. Everyone's calling herself a witch on Twitter now. Right, everybody's a witch. Oh, honey. Oh, everybody's a witch. And I'm like, oh yeah. Well, can you do a spell? You do spells? Can you do a spell to get out your mama's house? Oh, how about that? Oh, I'm a witch, but I don't practice. Or I love when they say I'm a witch, but I do natural magic. What is natural magic? Oh, I don't do spells or nothing. I just like say certain stuff. Oh, give me an example. Okay, so I want to do a ritual because I'm a natural witch, and I'm just gonna like say, hocus pocus, water, hydrate me. Bam, I just did a water spell, mystic. One of them, he was like, I'm a natural witch. I said, what does that mean? Oh, I just go outside, I say prayers for the trees and birds and all that, and then that's it. Oh, so you don't do any rituals on like manifesting a new job, a new house, or anything, or health, or any protection and all that? No, no, because I don't want to tamper with those spirits. I've seen a lot of videos and stuff about tampering with spirits. So I'm a natural witch. Oh, so you just mumble shit and you're okay. I guess that's the new term. A scary ass bitch. That's the new term, bitch. You scared. You're a witch, but you're scared to be a witch, bitch. So there you go. You're a natural witch. You're a scary ass bitch, honey. That's why you don't do rituals and shit. You scared. You scared. Come on, Joey. I know that's right, honey. Story time. My grandmother would do rituals on me and my family members, like cleanses, road openers, 1500 rituals, etc. Would push us to be Catholic people. The fuck. I know that's right. But see, that's what I'm saying. Your grandmother would do shit on you that you didn't know she was doing on you. You know what I mean? So that's why when people are like, oh, my grandma was a witch, it's like, okay. So did the cleanses she didn't work on you? Did you not see what she did to keep money in the house? I mean, I'm just a little confused about how you know this shit, but you don't know this shit. Like, if you knew this shit your whole life, then why you barely start doing it in your 40s? And that's what I want to be answered. If you've been doing this shit your whole life, why we barely see your life get together when you're in your 40s? Because if you've always known this, you have always utilized this. Who has powers, or excuse me, who has guns but don't want to use it? Or have guns who could use without hurting anybody, but choose to use the gun to hurt somebody. Like, that don't sound intelligent to me at all. So either you're dumb as hell or you're lying about being a motherfucking witch. You got to take one of them. Either you're dumb as hell or you're lying about your family being witches and you come from a line of witches. It's one or the other. It's either you're not intelligent, boo-boo, or you're a liar. And it's okay. And of course, they're not going to say neither or, because if they come across as a liar, then everything they ever put on their videos, people are going to question. If they come across as being stupid, then of course what they're saying is not right, because they're just making shit up off the top of their head. And that's more obvious to me anyway, anyway. Anyway, honey. Roman religion was called mythology. Who was their goddess? Quickly. Who was their goddess? Quickly. Who was the goddess? Quickly. Who was the head goddess? Quickly. I think the shadows follow the people, to be honest. Like, the experience trauma brings the shadow. There you go. Joey. There you go. I believe that too. Mm-hmm. That's right, honey. I know that's right. Romans, well, see, of course, there you have Roman Catholicism, you got Paradox Catholicism, you got, Catholicism. Bitch, I hate saying that word. Bitch, I get tongue-tied when I say certain words. Like statistic, I used to say statistic. It was so hard for me to do that. People don't know this neither. I used to have a speech impediment to where I would talk very, 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 very fast, because I would just mumble the words together because I didn't know how to pronounce or to correctly say them. So, of course, speech therapy helped me. So, of course, people are like, oh, girl, I'm a very articulate person. Just sometimes my brain operates faster than my mouth, and I cannot articulate the words. So I would say like boom, 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 or say something totally fucked up. And I tell y'all, it only happens when I'm on YouTube. If I'm having a conversation with one of my friends privately, I don't fuck up on none of my words. In fact, they be like, girl, you know too much. But when I get on YouTube, bitch, I'll be talking about Minerva, and I would say Minoru Shikari, and I'm just like, what the fuck is that? And I just try to go over it like, bitch, I fucked that up. It's too late. Let me go ahead and just go ahead and exit out that. I done fucked it up. I fucked it up, huh? Y'all, this is my sister's bed. My computer's on my sister's bed. My sister had a bed called a organic cotton. Bitch, I never heard of that bed, but this is her bed. Yeah, this is her bed, honey. Very comfortable to Anubis. He loves being on it, honey. Now he over here fuck with me, y'all. Fucking with me. What the fuck you want, nigga? Nigga. What the fuck you want with me? Poor baby. He's a baby. Poor baby. Anubis is going to get a brother or sister, y'all, very soon. I'm looking for a teacup chihuahua. And if not a teacup chihuahua, like a teacup a teacup Pomeranian, or a teacup, I think like a teacup Pomeranian, even a teacup Yorkie would be cute for baby. I think Anubis would love like a little cute little fur ball baby. And I want it to be younger than 3 months old. I'm going to surprise him. I'm going to take his bag, put the dog in his bag, and bring the dog home. So he'll be like, what the fuck is in that bag? Voodoo in Latin or Old Tongue is translated to life and spiritual. Life is connected to death. I know that's right, honey. Life is really death, and death is really life. Oh, are you dying to live or you living to die? Come on, Tupac. Oh, wow. Come on. Come on, honey. Ow. Tupac was a character that we love that, honey. He brought y'all the truth. Anyway, let me stop. Voodoo is spirit. Yes, honey. Yes. Voodoo it predates all religion. Ow, come on now. Voodoo is in you and me. Ow, ow. Come on now. My mom from my home city would practice Catholicism in the morning, but practice voodoo at night. Apparently, it used to be really popular at Congo Square. Come on, Mina. Well, of course, the daytime they would be a Catholic and Sister Mary Claire and stuff, because of course it was voodoo was not like many ancient arts was not allowed to be practiced in the open, and that's why I say going into YouTube how people are doing spells and rituals for everything. There's people that are just like, you go to their video content, they have a ritual for every fucking thing, and it's just like, did you read about this shit online? Because if I knew how to bond somebody like heavily, I don't think that I would come on here and show you guys how to do that. I would do it for you, but I wouldn't show you how to do it. So when you look at these videos of these people that, I got a new spell today, the 7-knot prosperity spell. Well, we know it's not working for you, and that's why you're offering that spell on YouTube. We know it's not working for you, baby. You don't do all your tricks. You don't show all your tricks of your trade, bitch. You keep some of that shit to yourself. Okay? Do ritual season Powerball numbers. I know that's right. Come on, Julie. I know that's right, bitch. Well, this is my belief system on that. I think that the lottery is like the PlayStation. I think that anybody out there that played PlayStation, Xbox, Fortnite, are you going to do a ritual to beat all the levels of Fortnite? Like honestly, think about it for a minute. Are you going to do a ritual on how to beat Fortnite? Or better yet, a movie that's already been recorded. Are you going to do a ritual for Coming to America Part 2 to make sure in that movie that Eddie Murphy comes out as being gay? Like, think about that. Think about how crazy that sounds. When it comes to the lottery, there's things that are already put in place for that. So if you need $1 million and the universe is infinite, because see, this is where you go into self-inflicted curses. If you believe that the universe is infinite and abundant, and there's 8 billion people on this planet, that means 8 billion people can give you $1 and you could be a billionaire. Or 1 million people can give you $1, you'll be a millionaire. Come on, let's talk about it. So once you do rituals to attract people to you to give you that $1 versus doing a ritual to win the lottery, which now puts you in a system, which now makes you a target on many levels, which I will not go into. But I mean, think about it. And even going into you getting that money, what would you need that money for all at once? Well, I would take $1 million. If I want $1 million, I would take 200,000, buy a house. Okay, take the other, 500,000, put away, put to the side. Bitch, you had your whole life to do that, and have you done that? You probably made $100,000. I sat back and I calculated like all my rent that I've paid without me owning my own property, all the rent I've paid my whole life, and it comes out to almost $165,000. And I'm like, girl, the fuck? I wanted to hit my ass. I wanted to hit my damn self. Bitch, excuse me, what? What? What, girl? Like, are you kidding me? And not even to mention when I wasn't so smart with my credit cards, when I was using like $1,000 and making $35 payments. Like, bitch, think about the interest of shit I was paying back. Like, bitch, that $1,000 when I ended up paying it back was almost $10,000. Like, it was fucking crazy. So that's why it's like, when it comes down to these lotteries and stuff, what do you need quick money for? And I always tell you that as quick as you get it, as quick as you'll lose it. So are you trying to get money to invest? Because then you'll be doing an investment spell. Then you'll be doing a spell, say, okay, I need to put away $10,000 just in case, and I want this money to grow. You could do that. You could put away $100 every month until you get $10,000, and then you open up a CD or IRA or something like that and let it build up upon itself. And the bank will pay you fucking interest on it. But anyway, there's so many ways of getting it. So even with that, like I said, I'm not a fan of lotteries and all that stuff because people, the first thing they say, if you're a psychic, why don't you give me the number so I can win the lottery? And it's just like that's a game inside of a game, though. So you'd rather know the lottery numbers than to know what you need to do to heal your addiction to alcohol. I mean, I'm sorry, because you gonna get that $1 million and you've been addicted to alcohol, you're gonna buy 1,000 fucking bottles of beer. So wouldn't you want to heal your alcoholic deviation or your alcohol addiction before you win the lottery? So when you get that money, bitch, you're like, listen, I'm cool. I'm set for the rest of my life, honey. I got $1 million, bitch. All I didn't do is spend 7,000 that. I bought a house. Now, bitch, girl, like, think about it. Anybody doing that? Okay, I remember a lot of people or the voodoo came in part from the Moors in Rome at the time. I know that's right, honey. I know that's right, Jay. A lot of theories. Ooh, we love it. Come on, honey. Astral projection is easier than manifesting. Why would you astral project to see a damn dragon instead of working in abundance? Right. But also that's that mentality though. See, that's that mentality though. Okay. It's that mentality. You cannot be wealthy having the mentality, an impoverished mentality. If you have the ability or you have the tools to manifest anything in this world that your heart desires, why would you want to firstly go to love when that can fade and die? Why would you firstly go into getting $1 million when if you die tomorrow, you can take that $1 million with you? And I hate to, put that reality on people, but it's so true. You get $1 million and God forbid you have a heart attack. Like, what is the good of $1 million that you just won or you just got? So it's like at the end of the day, you want to slowly manifest things that are beneficial to you. I want to be happy. I want to be healthy. I want to be successful in my own meaning of successful. I want to attract good people to me personally. Like, like that's what you should be focused on disposal. Nah, I'm going to fuck this bitch up because she cut me off at the light. Oh, I'm going to do a spell on this motherfucker because he called me black. If you really have all these powers and shit, girl, wouldn't you get the money to get out the fucking projects? No tea, no shade. No. Wouldn't you do a spell to get you your own car and fix your credit? So you wouldn't have to go through, girl, let's think about it. Like, really? But like I said, that's that impoverished mentality. And you will only go as far as you could perceive, as I said before. If you want to have a very successful life and your goal is to have a lot of money and a lot of houses, a lot of cars, you have to surround yourself with people that are already there and or that gives that impression, who has a very wealthy magnetism about them. Not, oh, I want to be wealthy, but I'm dealing with this bitch that's stuck on a man. Oh, I want to be wealthy and successful, but I'm dealing with a bitch that every day I kind of work. She talk about how she's miserable, and that it does not work that way. In order to manifest, you have to be in the realm of happiness, and you have to be in the realm of smoothness. I would just say that of the ebb and flow. When people are resistant of, oh, girl, I'm not doing too good. I'm trying to get rid of this fucking car because I can't stand this car. Get rid of it then, bitch. If it bothers you that much, sell the motherfucker or give it back to the fucking bank. Oh, how you gonna say, girl, I'm not doing that good. I gotta wake up to my nosy ass mama. And my neighbor always knocking on my fucking door. Move then. Like, why are you speaking these things over you and you're trying to manifest? It does not work that way. What you focus on grows. I'm telling you, everything you set your mind to, you can achieve it if you are fully putting your mind on it. Like I say, I'm gonna do certain things, I do it, and people are like, "Damn, bitch, you say you're gonna do that?" Yeah, because bitch, I put it on my mind, and I'm like, "Bitch, I'm going for it. That is my goal." And that's everybody's motherfucking intentions if it comes down to it, honestly, and manifesting. You have to come out with a plan, not just freehandly. You need to write your shit down and every day look at that. What am I doing to get my goal? And I tell people, going into a situation that happened back in 2013, for those who are new, barely see me on this channel, I went to go get a surgery done in a part of the world. I'm not even supposed to be talking about this, but we're going to talk about it. I was going to get surgery done in a part of of America, and I flew 9 hours to go get this surgery done by myself, which people are actually advising me not to do. But I was so determined. But before I even got this trip, y'all, I literally told myself I'm going to go get the surgery. And I had probably $300 to my name. Now, mind you, I had rent to pay, I had bills to pay, I had a whole bunch of shit, food to buy, like my regular expenses. I had $300 to my name, and to get surgery and stuff done, I needed like $3,000 and some odd dollars just for the surgery. But I needed the money for the plane and stuff too. So I took a leap of faith and I gave them a deposit. The deposit they wanted was $300. I took my last $300, and this was probably the ending of September. I gave them my $300, and I said, girl, we're going to make that money back because we got bills we got to pay, bitch. And we going to make this money. So y'all, I worked my ass off, and I manifested in 3 weeks. Not just the money for my surgery, but money to also splurge when I got to where I was going to, and I stayed in a very nice place too. It was like a hotel, but it looked like an apartment. You had your own kitchen, bathroom, everything. And I even manifested a doctor, a personal doctor who was going to actually take care, nurse. She was going to like take care of me and stuff and make sure I take my meds and make sure I'm properly fed. And we even did like a little meet and greet before everything started. And I even manifested a client giving me a Victoria's Secret gift card for $2,000, y'all. And I was so like excited because, when I manifest, the people around me also manifest. If, we're there, bitch. So I bought my mom and my sister. I did not want to be rude and buy them bras and shit. So I bought them like, bath, the bath sets like Love Spell and Rose something. I just bought them all these lotions and creams and body butters and body washes and gels. And then for myself, same thing, because bitch, I had so much money left over. I spent like $300 on my mom, $300 on my sister, and I bought me these little bralettes. Now, bitch, I can't even fit these fucking bralettes, y'all. I thought my titties were going to be like, these are smaller than what I even was going to get. I was going to get them bigger than this. I was going to get 1,200 cc's. So, bitch, I would have been like, whoo. But with these, I wore the bralettes with these, and bitch, I had to cut the motherfuckers off because they were so fucking tight that I was like walking like this and shit. But anyway, so I manifested the surgery money, play money, and money for when I got back, because people gagged because I dropped this money. And we're going to just say it was under $10,000, but more than $7,000. I dropped this money, and the enemies who did not like me was like, oh, I'm getting chills right now because, the universe is just so amazing. Like, your mind is so powerful, and people overlook this. So the people who did not like me was like calling the doctor office and was telling the office that I was canceling the appointment. And they did it when I was in the office. So they were like, yeah, somebody just called and said that you want to cancel, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, so fast forwarding, it did not work out because they were on some bullshit. They wanted more money. I get there. They smelled, because see, this is how the devil works. The devil smells money. The devil smells success. And he say, bitch, oh, we said 3,000, but we think that we could get 3,000 more from the bitch because she looks like she got motherfucking money. The bitch says she took a motherfucking taxi. And we know the taxi is $10 to get in and $3 a fucking mile. She wrote the taxi 4.5 miles. So this bitch got coin. Well, we need $3,000 more dollars, bitch. Excuse me. I don't got that. No, I had it, but I didn't come here to spend that. Okay, bitch, flew my ass right back to California, y'all. Literally a week after I flew back to California, I had another doctor's appointment set up. Went in for the consultation. Bam, we're going to do the work. Listen, we do the work in 3 months. What? Girl, the people, the haters, oh, what you going to do now, girl? You out of all that money. You spend all that money, girl. Ooh, that's a terrible thing, honey. Doing all this little laughing shit, y'all. And they gagged when December came and I had all the money for my surgery at this doctor's office, which was $6,700 something odd money in cash. I didn't finance nothing. It was cash, hard-earned motherfucking cash. They gagged. They were like, girl, she did a credit. Girl, she got a credit card. Girl, she used care credit. Girl, she used her mama. She used her daddy. Oh, girl, she used cosigners. Bitch, when I showed that receipt and it said cash, bitch, they fucking gagged. So they were trying to put two and two together like, wait a minute, how did this bitch spend 900 and something not thousand, not 900 something not thousand. It was $9,300 that I spent to go over there to get the surgery done the first time. So they were calculating, how did this bitch spend $9,300, lose that, and then come back and pay $6,000 cash? Not to mention she still had bills to pay, and my bills at the time was like $2,000 in bills each month. And they were gagging, y'all. They were gagging. So I manifested to do the surgery. And the craziest thing about it is the surgery, the place I got surgery from was like, we don't give back refunds. If you changed your mind, you changed your mind. But girl, when that Holy Spirit hit that office, when that Holy Spirit hit that office, when the Holy Spirit hit that doctor's office, okay? I don't think y'all hear me. When the Holy Spirit ran inside that building and touched those fucking professionals, the administrators, bitch, the nurses, the ones that handle the fucking money, bitch, I got a fucking call and said, where did we send the check to? Well, how do I know y'all really give me a check? Bitch, FedEx the shit. They FedEx the check overnight. I had to sign a piece of paper and my check, y'all. Not only did I get the check back that I paid for surgery, but bitch, the agreement was you give me back my money for my surgery that I paid you guys, and I want 60% on top of that. So y'all, I got that. Girl, it was just so amazing, y'all. And this was all within a 6-month period of time. So people were fucking gagging. So I'm saying all this to say is that when you set your mind to something, bitch, it's all fucking possible. And that's why I keep telling people come to me to get work done. Like my means of talking and motivating you is not just to motivate you to give you this false sense of hope. It's really to say, bitch, it's all fucking possible. Because I've been there, done that. Like, bitch, me being a transgender person from the city I lived in, bitch, like I was engaged and I fell in love with people that were very well established. Like even going into when I was dating these men and associated with these men, people who were like on the outside. And at that time, I wasn't really dealing with transgender people. I had a lot of gay guy friends. You know, they were just like, girl, how is this possible? Are you tricking them? Do you have them? No, bitch, they knew what it was because I didn't give a fuck. And I wanted them to love me for me. I didn't want them to think that they were meeting a cisgender woman and oh, we're going to have babies. We're going to get engaged. No, bitch, I'm a transgender woman. Bitch, I'm preoperative. Yes, I'm going to be having surgery on live. Bitch, it is what it is. And they gagged. Even I gagged. You know, one of the guys, the last guy I was engaged to, like even sitting here thinking about it now, like it's like an out of body experience. Like I feel like it wasn't even me. Like I feel like that story, that situation, it's like I was in Get Out. Like I was in the body, but somebody temporarily let me borrow their body because it really was unbelievable. Even going into me, at the time I lived with my parents for a very short time in my room, bitch, with a TV and a fucking bed on the floor. I had a full-size bed on the fucking floor, bitch. Okay. I gagged when I met this man in person and he took me out and we went to these nice restaurants in the Bay Area where it's like $200 a plate and just crazy shit. Like, girl, like it blew my mind. And even to going to even this guy being associated with some celebrities right now. Like he's had a few celebrity people. And I'm just like, that is fucking crap. Like it's mind blowing for me. So like I said, all things are fucking possible if you put your mind to it. And you manifesting has to be for you. Not I want to manifest a big house so I can show it off to people. Nobody really care about that. Girl, bye. I manifest a big house, bitch. I manifest my own fucking apartment, bitch. And girl, bye. Ain't nobody give a fuck about you. What you gonna do is you're gonna attract haters. Motherfuckers don't want to break in and get your shit or get you right together. That's what you're gonna attract. But you have to manifest shit for you, and it has to come from your heart. Going back into the transgender woman who was actually, I had two transgender mentors. One of them is a stealth person, and the other one was a teacher that was fired for being transgender, and they sued that district and left a millionaire. Isn't that amazing? And one thing they would always tell me is, whatever your little heart desire is possible. So that was on top of the spiritual stuff that I already had in me. The spiritual inside that, you can manipulate any energy that you need. You can manipulate, energy is like fucking water. It can bend and flow about around anything. So I had that. Then I had the physical shit where it's like anything you desire, you can have. You don't have to lie and cheat. You don't have to make people think that you're a cisgender woman to get respect as a fucking woman. Bitch, you can be who you are, love who you are, because what's going to happen is people who love themselves, who are really there for themselves, are going to see that you also love your fucking self, and they're going to be attracted to that. And you being transgender, you being black, you being a chick with a dig, you being gay, you being fat, it's not going to stop it, because they're going to see past that. They're going to see past that fucking facade shit. So, like I said, that changed my life. And now, me being not even that much older, but older than what I once was, I see people and I'm just like, girl, you have to lie to this man to get that dick. Like, let me show you. Like, it almost like when it's like, let me show you how you can get that without lying. You know, going into my trans friend who the same way, she has that mentality of, I got to trick the guys. I got to make them think that I'm a cisgender woman, and then I break it to them down the line. Honey, girl, that looks desperate to me, and it makes it look like you're ashamed of who you are. If I was that guy and you told me that you were trans after the fact, I would be like, no thanks, I gotta go. Because at the end of the day, it looks like you're not secured with who you are. It looked like you're ashamed of being a transsexual. It looked like you're ashamed of being a chick with a motherfucking dick. And if that's the case, bitch, then now we're talking about something totally different. But bitch, you need to embrace, anyway, wherever your mind go, the rest will follow. This is why it's so important to meditate and be in that moment. I'm trying to manifest a new car. Let me hang around people that's about manifesting. Motherfuckers that, I don't got money. I'm not loved. Nobody wants to give me nothing. I can't make it. I don't know how I'm going to do it. It's not possible. God ain't real. How did they do it? Beyonce must have did a voodoo spell. Oh, how did she do it? Did she suck somebody? Did she take somebody out? And it's just like, what? Bitch, you girl. Come on, TC, watch it. Yes, a time to celebrate laughing, a time to celebrate. I know that's right. You're a sectionate witch. Come on, Julie Joey. I knew you were a sectionate witch. Ow. Yes, honey. Shout out to the section. I know that's right, Espival. Your grandma used to slaughter pigeons for luck, huh? Yes, honey. Edie's. Yes, honey. Oh my God, I'm dying. Go on, honey. Listen, okay, y'all made out Joey and Jay. Y'all made out, yeah. That's right. Roman gods were the energies given from the planets. Yes, the planets. That is true. That's why Zeus represented Jupiter. How? Oh, come on now. And the story was Mount Olympus is in the sky and they come jumping down and shit. Oh, come on now. Ow. What if I told you that all the planets were literally stacked on top of each other directly above us? And when they talk about planets aligning, it's not really this way, it's actually this way. And so when it's aligned, you can actually theoretically, metaphysically speaking, look directly at all of them being lined up to see what degree that planet is off in your chart. Like, it's some real deep shit, honey. Anubis got his own bed. He do got his own bed, Tosh. You want to see it? Tosh, let me show you. Let me show you this motherfucker's bed. Hold on, Tasha. Tasha, let me show you this motherfucker's bed. Tasha, let me show you. Tasha. Shout out to Larry Enrico. He has a Serta. You see that, Tasha? He has a Serta bed. You see this, Tasha? He has a Serta bed, and this motherfucker still be in my motherfucking bed. Do you see this shit right here? Like, you listen, I should just go ahead and lay up in this. Tasha, I should just go ahead and lay up in that motherfucking bed. You know, go lay up in that motherfucking bed. Oh. Tupac's also Jim. I know that's right, honey. Come on, shout out to the Geminis. Geminis are very articulate people. You know, we're very articulate and witty, and we're very much. We definitely could go with the flow of things, and you know, we're philosophers, and our mind is just forever going. You know, you know, it's amazing. Sometimes it's a little annoying though, and that's why I take my melatonin sometimes. Because sometimes when I'm getting ready to fall asleep, my mind start going. Oh, you're gonna have to go down there. You got to cuss the ass out. Like today, can we talk about it? My registration. I updated my registration last year, and I gave them my new address and everything, y'all. And they sent the registration to my old address. Well, I have to go down there today in person to check, check. And I said, "Excuse me, honey. I don't know why y'all sent it to the old address when I came down here last year." Well, I don't think you updated it. Should I show you a text message? She said, what? Yeah, I got text messages in my phone from last year, bitch. I sure do. Yes, all my phones have 32 gigabytes of data, girl. Yes. Should I pull up a text message, honey? Let me go ahead and type this in. Where I said I was going down to DMV to update everything. And I remember that I stood right there in the corner and you had a security guard that was flirting with me, talking about he would love to meet Queen Latifah in person. And I was probably the closest he would get to Queen Latifah, and also the bullshit. And yes, I remember that. And on top of it, I had to get a new ID. That's what made me do it too, because I lost my ID. So yeah, so she's like, yeah, well, I don't know what happened. I right, because the ID says a whole nother address. So hello? The ID shows that it was issued, okay, July, okay, exactly. So how is it that the address would be uploaded different? And she's like, yeah, that's a little odd. It is a little odd, bitch. So I need you to waive that late fee, and we need to keep it moving. And it went smooth, y'all. But last night, I didn't think too much of it, but I started thinking as I was dozing off, oh my God, I hope it's a man so I can read him the fuck down. Ooh, I hope a male worker at DMV helped me so I could read him down and I could just let him have it. And then sure enough, y'all, it wasn't. Mm, 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 mm. It was a woman. She was pregnant too. God bless her baby. hmm Geminis is they are. Geminis are the luckiest, honey. I have a lot of good luck. Honestly, a lot of good luck. Luck that I'm like, where does this come from? What did I do to deserve this? I didn't do shit. You have people out here sacrificing. You have the police officers out here sacrificing their life every day. You have the firemen running into these burning buildings, saving these children and these animals. And my ass have done nothing for society but help people bust their motherfucking nuts and save people's spiritual lives. What have I done to deserve this? Oh, let me stop. ah! Yes, they have to add this to be on there trying to win instead of paying. They could schedule a winning number today and the spirits give it to you, but you don't know. There you go. There you go. There you go. How many other witches got it? The lottery can make a search of the system to see how many people bought the ticket and changed their mileage in the last minute. That's right. No, you're right. That's what I said. All that is systematically designed. That's why you pick your number, you go in, they scan it into a system, and then basically, and this is what it kind of sounds like to me. Now, I don't know for sure, but this is what Spirit have shown me. So let's say, for a good example, only one person buy the ticket. Okay, it will say, the odds this person winning this number would be 3 in 10. No. Let's keep it basic. It would be the odds this person winning this number would be no, we'll say 5 in 10. So basically, you have 50% chance, right? And then when the second person joined, then those odds get even greater. Okay, so they would say, what are the odds of each person of them winning? Okay, we'll say 1 in 7. Okay, shit, that's kind of like, okay, 9 out of 10. Oh shit, okay, that's kind of like odd, because that means there's a 9% chance that they're not going to win and a 1% chance they will. Okay, and then when the third person comes, the odds start getting greater, and the system automatically does that. So I definitely feel that that's what happens. I feel that the numbers are already set up. They know how it's going to be. And depending on how many people join in and how many people got that number close, because a lot of people, and I'm just saying this from in my mind, there's only so many sequences when it comes to, let's say, 6 numbers that you could match up. If 500 million people play the lottery, some of those people are getting the exact same number. So if the number was the number that all these people picked, The system somehow, some way is going to change those numbers, even if it's the last number or the second to last number or the first number or the number in the 10 spot or the 100 spot or the 1,000 spot. So that's why I said I wouldn't waste my time doing that. If I need $50,000, because of course when you win the lottery, you got to pay taxes for that. They take their money first. I would rather break that money down and say 50,000 would be possible to get. I think realistically, I can get 50,000 in the next year. Now, for some of you, you may say, I think realistically, I get 50,000 in 5 years. That's fine. Make a realistic goal. And then you want to divide that by goals and we'll say perspectives, options. Okay, so 50,000 in 5 years is 10,000 a year outside of the money that I'm already making. So 10,000 divided by 12, because there's 12 months in a year, is blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I would have to somehow, some way manifest this amount of money weekly, daily, monthly. I used to do daily goals and stuff. Honey, that becomes very stressful because when you don't hit that goal, even though spirit will take care of you, and maybe the third day into that week, you will be like, oh my God, I hit today's goal. Yesterday goal, I'm going to go for that. But your human brain is like, oh my God, I didn't hit the goal. You become so stressed. So I would say monthly is good. Monthly goals. Stick with that monthly goal. And when you know, let's say for a good example, you're supposed to be pulling in, let's say, an extra $1,300 a month. If you make the extra $1,300 in 1 week, now you can set your bars higher, because now you know I'm capable of manifesting $1,300 in 1 week versus a month, which realistically, I want to make $5,000 or $50,000 in 5 years. So if I can make that like that, then okay, now the odds have changed. Now I know I'm able to manifest $1,300 weekly, if you feel that's secure. So then you start switching it out and saying, okay, well, now if it's $1,300 a week, okay, 1,300 in 2 weeks is 2,600, 26 times this, da, da, da. In a month, that'd be almost $5,000. Or it will be like $5,000, 5,000 plus dollars. Okay, then you're like, okay, basically in 10 months, I can have my 50,000. So see how that sounds? You're focusing on realistic goals to get it. A lot of people will be sitting here, I want to win the lottery. Oh my God, I want to switch. Oh, it's $1 million. Oh, let me go check my scratch off. You're thinking about it so much, and you're not really thinking about it. You're just thinking about winning. And if you won it, what would you do? Like, you would get the 50,000 and say, oh my God, what am I going to do right now? I didn't know I was going to win. See that right there? Bitch, that's why you're not winning. You're pushing further out. You need to plan out what you're really going to do. Like I said, I'm not a fan of lottery. Girl, I'm not doing nothing for me to win no damn lottery, bitch. Girl, there's wealthy men out there, bitch. That's winning the fucking lottery. As for a job increase, that's winning the fucking lottery. Hello? Shit. You got the ability to do a lottery spell, which is definitely possible. Bitch, do a ritual on attracting a rich man, because that's what I want. I don't want that, but I do want it, because I'm not looking for a man right now. Please don't send me no email saying, oh, you need a rich man. No, I'm not looking for a man right now, honey. I can't focus on me, my business, and my man. Oh, and my baby. Well, he's a part of me. I can't focus on me, my business, and a man. Somebody's going to get more attention, the business or the man. So yeah, I'll pass on that. But anyway, honey, yes, Jupiter, Pluto, Minerva, Neptune, Mars, associations that the mirrors are double threat. Lottery has them on, which is to lock them business from loss too. Oh, you said it. You said it, honey. You said it, Julie. You said it, Julie. You said it, honey. But listen, y'all. Oh, you see how hot I'm getting, honey? I'm about to take off this dress. I'm about to clean up. A little bit of what I need to do. I need to finish this tea, y'all. And when it's done this week, I'll be coming back doing a video on what we did, what we have here. And I'm excited, y'all, because of course, like I said, we're in our spare bedroom / guest bedroom. And it's actually bigger than what I thought. When it was empty, I was like, it's not that big. But it's actually bigger than what I thought. Yeah, it's way bigger than what I thought. There's a queen size bed in here. There's a medium size to large size dresser, and there's a futon. Y'all know this little luxury leather futons, honey. Oh, y'all can see it right here. Yeah, it's actual leather, honey. We love it, honey. We love it. But anyway, so all that could fit in here, and I'm just like, that is so fucking crazy. And there's still hella room. Like I said, I'll be back. I'll show y'all what the finished tea look like. And yeah, honey. So anyway, let me go. I'll shut up before I get censored. I know that's right, honey. You better watch it. YouTube like to shut shit down over here, honey. But I'll see y'all the next video. Like I said, we'll be doing something exciting. And also, yeah, I got some more tea that I'm gonna be doing this week and talking about. Maybe we got a little live for some readings. I don't know. We'll see. I just want to stop by here and address some stuff while I was eating. And like I said, now I got to do my tea. And I have a busy day today. Not too busy. Like I said, everything is going to be lighting right now because I'm organizing myself to do things on certain days, not every single day being busy. I kid you not. This year has flew by so fast. And of course, typically you keep yourself busy to keep your mind occupied off of other stuff. And that's one of the reasons I was staying busy, but I didn't need to stay busy for that. So now I'm like, let me take it lightly. Let me do 2 days out of the week of reading. Let me do a few days out of the week for other stuff, in-person stuff. You know, let me spend my time going back into my Reiki stuff, doing my massages. Yes, go back into my Reiki stuff. Let me take my time going back into my dot stuff. I want to do Reiki healing. Can I do Reiki healing on you, honey? Let's do some Reiki healing on the neighbors right now. Let's do some Reiki healing, honey. You don't got to move with my hand. Stay in one spot. Stay in one spot. Let's do some Reiki healing on this baby, honey. Let's do some Reiki healing. Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. Anyway, see you later, honey. Yes, honey, and I'll see y'all the next video. To Spirit and Miss.blogspot.com, y'all. I'm really, really burning up right now, and it could be this light right here. There's like this is like a little. I don't know what this light is. Like a reflective light. It's supposed to be for plants. Do y'all remember on my live on Instagram where I was going around looking for plant light and shit? Yeah, yeah, honey. This is like those. This is that plant light thing, and I think that's what's making me hot too. But it's going to be 107 today. So, you know, before I go to bed, I'm closing everything down and turn on that damn AC, bitch, because I'm not waking up burning. Bitch, fuck that. Fuck that. I can't do no motherfucking heat, honey. But anyway, bye, everybody. Love and light, honey. I'm about to go make you some. I literally came in with my stuff and just got on camera, y'all. Like, that's all my shit is sitting here. I'm about to go eat some Oreos and milk, honey. Throw away my tea right now. Can I throw it away? Yes, honey. Start pigging out. Can I pig out? I'm a big bitch. Bye, honey. Julie Joy, you need to call me, bitch. Motherfucker. Bye, everybody. TwitSpiritAndMinstead@allstar.com, TwitSpiritAndMinstead@gmail.com. And like I said, I'll be coming back with some videos. And definitely, I want to, you know, touch on a lot of things, honey, and share some teas. And yeah, anyway, I'm hot as fuck, bitch. Let me take off this wig, this dress. Bitch, I am hot. Y'all, oh my God, I'm burning up right now. I'm burning up. I'm burning up, honey. Oh, you see a little bit of you, girl. You see, look, you see my sweat running down right here, bitch. I've been working out, girl. This is a workout. This is a workout right here, and I've been working out. Anyway. Bye, honey. Did it fall down? Let me see. Bye, honey. Bye.